time, space, reality. They are not as fixed as you believe. Across the infinite branches of existence, there are moments. Tiny, fragile moments. Where a single choice bends the future of an entire world. In canon we have seen that Naruto Uzumaki was the son of 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze and then reincarnation of Ashura Otsutsuki. In the world of Soul Hagoromo Otsutsuki, the Sage of Six Paths has seen countless times where Indra and Ashura's reincarnation fought against one another. But in this reality Hagoromo Otsutsuki noticed that a shinobi's who was Indra's reincarnation of death has cheated the death itself by using the Izanagi and lived in seclusion and even managed to merge the power of both Indra and Ashura and created the Rinnegan, which comes from the combined power of both Indra and Ashura. So Sage of Six Paths decided to talk to the souls of Indra and Ashura. In the living world, Masked Man was now planning to attack on the Leaf Village and Sasuke Uchiha was about to born. And since Kushina too was pregnant, so the Masked Man wanted to attack on the Leaf Village and capture the 9 tails from the Leaf Village. In the soul world, when the soul of Indra was about to go to reincarnate inside Sasuke, Hagoromo stopped him and then told about Kagaya and then about his sons Indra and Ashura, and then he told him about Madara, who left on a path which can even destroy the whole living world, and he convinced him. And then after few time the soul of Ashura too came there when Naruto was about to be born. But the Sage of Six Paths stopped him too. And then Hagoromo explained everything to him, since all the Ashuras reincarnate were the kind-hearted that soul agreed to Hagoromo in no time. And then Hagoromo asked both Indra and Ashura to go to the living world and protect it. And then both Indra and Ashura's reincarnate souls agreed to go to the living world and to protect it. On the other hand, there was only one family from both the Uchiha and Uzumaki lineage, and that was Minato Uchiha and Kushina Uzumaki. In the soul world those two souls were ready to go the living world. On the other hand, in the living world Kushina was about to give birth to a kid. She gave birth to a kid with black hairs. And then Minato sensed there was any problem there because there were so much silence, so went to check outside, but only then he saw that someone has killed those Anbus who were guarding there. But when Minato came back inside, he saw that the Masked Man already had captured his son, and then he tried to talk to that Masked Man, but then Masked Man threw his son into the air. Minato caught him, and the cloth in which Naruto was wrapped by the paper bombs, so unwrapped that cloth from him body and then teleported away from there with his son. After that he went back to bring his wife back, but then he noticed that the Masked Man had already released the 9 tails out of Kushina. Minato saw that Kushina was so weak right now, and now he knew that she will not be able to suppress the 9 tails inside him. And since his newborn baby was half Uchiha and half Uzumaki, so he was thinking about to seal the 9 tails inside him because he will be able to control the 9 tails. Then Minato went in front of Masked Man. "What the hell did you think before coming here to attack on the Leaf Village?" Minato said to Obito the Masked Man. Minato activates his Manchikyu Sharingan and he attacked on the Masked Man with his weapons, which were already marked by Minato. But all those weapons passed through the Masked Man. Those attacks just passed through him, but how? And then Minato saw the Manchikyu Sharingan in Masked Man's eye. "So you are Madara Uchiha?" Minato asked him. When both of them attacked on each other again, Minato saw that Masked Man was able to be solid when he was about to attack on Minato, and then Minato teleported away from there. He has got a good ability, Minato was now thinking in his mind. It is all about precision now, Minato thought in his mind. Minato again attacked on the Masked Man with so many weapons, and in those weapons he hidden his flying Rijin Kunai. When all of those weapons passed through the Masked Man and he was about to touch Minato, Minato teleported onto that kunai and hits the Masked Man with his Rasengan. Minato focused too much on killing that Masked Man that he wasn't able to mark that Masked Man in the fight. That Rasengan was too big that it destroyed nearly half of Masked Man's body, which was made up of Hashirama cells, but the Masked Man was still alive. And then Minato looked towards the 9 tails. Minato teleported Kushina towards his son and then teleported onto the Great Stone Faces. Since 9 tails wasn't under control of any shinobi, so he was attacking onto the Leaf Village. He saw Minato standing there onto the Great Stone Face, so he attacked on Minato with his Tailed Beast Bomb. Minato teleported that attack away from there, and then Minato first went towards Kurama to somehow mark him. And after marking him, Minato teleported him away from there and then puts him under the Genjutsu. And he was trying to put Kurama under the Genjutsu too while he was running to mark Kurama. After teleporting Kurama away from there, Minato brought Naruto and Kushina back there. And he saw that Kushina was in no condition to suppress the 9 tails inside her. She was so weak, and in condition of Minato he will not be able to control the 9 tails because he was not compatible to be a Jinchuriki. And right now he was nearly drained too, and if in that condition Minato will seal the 9 tails inside himself, there would be so many chances that 9 tails can be released again, so he decided to seal the 9 tails inside his own son. He controlled the 9 tails and then first gave some amount faux chakra of the 9 tails to Kushina so that she can heal and live after. Then he sealed the 9 tails inside Naruto, his son. And now Minato was curious about that masked man. I have nearly killed him, but still he was alive, Minato was thinking in his mind, and Naruto didn't even mark him, so he was regretting his decision because he got angry and he focused on killing the masked man in just one shot. After few days Kushina got healed fully, but she still was weak because of she lost the 9 tails power from inside her. Minato started searching for the masked man, but masked man like vanished from the world. Nobody never heard about anything about him after that 9 tails attack on the Leaf Village. So Minato thought maybe he would have died because of his attack. At the age of 4 Kushina started training Naruto the basic things about the shinobi world, and Naruto was learning it fast. Naruto learned from Kushina for a whole year the basic things, the basic taijutsu too. After 1 year of training, when Naruto was 5 years old, Naruto awakened his chakra because of Kushina's training. Minato and Kushina noticed that Naruto's chakra reserves was so big in compared to a normal kid. His chakra reserve was already Jonin level. We will need a personal trainer for him to train him good, Minato thought in his mind. Minato was sitting into the Hokage office when he was thinking about all this, and then Shisui Uchiha came there to report a mission. So you are back from the mission, Shisui? Minato asked. Yes, Shisui replied. I have to ask for a favor from you, Minato said. What kind of favor, Lord? Fourth Shisui asked. Whenever you train after the mission, can you teach few things to my son too? Minato asked. Shisui agreed to that, and then he took Naruto under him to train him. And Minato told Naruto that Shisui was not just a trainer for him, he was an older brother and a sensei, so he should behave good with Shisui. Shisui knew that Naruto was just a 5 years old kid with no any knowledge about the ninjutsu of taijutsu. So he was thinking about to train Naruto's chakra control first, because Naruto already awakened his chakra at 5. His chakra was already a mid-jonin level. Shisui was able to sense Naruto's chakra, it was strong. But he didn't know how exactly big Naruto's chakra was. Shisui at first taught Naruto the chakra control, and the Itachi too came there. He too was training with Shisui, and his younger brother used to ask Itachi to teach him few things. At first he used to deny him, but when he saw Naruto started training with Shisui, so he decided to bring Sasuke too there to train with Naruto and Shisui. Naruto learned tree walking in just 1 day, and then in another 2 days Naruto learned the water walking too. He is learning things fast, he is calm and composed, not just a normal shinobi, Shisui was thinking in his mind. And then Shisui started teaching Naruto the taijutsu and the physical things too. Naruto was confused why Shisui was training him only the taijutsu and nothing else, but he used to understand that taijutsu was the must thing for the Uchihas, so he wasn't asking for anything from Shisui. In the night time he used to get the lessons from Kushina and Minato too. The first 1 year Kushina taught Naruto the chakra control and taijutsu only, and Minato too did the same thing. In just 1 year time Naruto's chakra was so good, and in that year Naruto used to go to academy too. Naruto used to get bored into the academy, and since the academy teachers told Naruto about the clone jutsus too, so Naruto asked Minato about the clones too. Minato taught Naruto the shadow clone jutsu because Naruto can manage the shadow clone jutsu because his chakra has already reached on a high jonin level. Naruto learned the shadow clone jutsu from Minato and learned everything about the jutsu, and then he started going to the training ground to train and used to send his clone to the academy. Naruto used to think and used to figure things out in that time of academy, and sometimes used to train. After 1 year of chakra control and taijutsu training, Shisui asked Naruto and Sasuke to have spar with each other. But after the spar, Shisui and Itachi got to know that Naruto was able to overpower Sasuke because of his chakra and his intelligence too. Naruto is not just a normal genius, his intelligence is same as Itachi when he was of his age, but his chakra control and chakra is bigger than Itachi's at the same age, so he is destined to become ever stronger than the Itachi too, I think Shisui was thinking in his mind. And then Shisui started training Naruto to increase the speed and the strength using his chakra. By 7 his chakra control was near perfect because of that high-efficiency training from Minato Kushina and especially from Shisui Uchiha. And then Shisui asked Minato for the permission to take Naruto on low-rank missions so that he can give Naruto the real experience of the battlefield. After the age of 7 Naruto started learning about the ninjutsu. Kushina started creating the base for the chakra chains and Minato for the sealing jutsu so that he can teach Naruto the flying Rijin jutsu in future. Shisui already teaching Naruto the normal body flicker technique with the help of his chakra. His chakra control was so good that Shisui decided to teach him high chakra consuming techniques too because he knew that Naruto will be able to master them and will be able to learn them. Naruto learned the fire style jutsu under Shisui and Itachi and he was training for the body flicker. In the age of 8 Naruto learned the body flicker technique from Shisui. It wasn't perfect, were ready to use in the fight. At the age of 8 Naruto was already a genin and skill-wise he was even stronger than that. On the other hand Sasuke Uchiha too was progressing fast but not as fast as Naruto. At the age of 9 Naruto already learned the body flicker good enough to use in the fight. His sealing jutsu knowledge was good too and according to Minato he was ready to learn the basics of flying Rijin now. And from Kushina he already learned the chakra chains and since he was going on to the baseline missions with Itachi and Shisui so he was learning things from them too. Sometime Itachi used to bring his brother with him too on a normal rank missions too. One day when Naruto was training with Sasuke Uchiha he sensed Shisui running away from there so fast and then behind him he sensed someone too. Naruto was confused to sense all of that. Naruto created a shadow clone and sent him towards Minato and he himself ran towards Shisui Uchiha. When he reached there he saw that Danzo and his bodyguards were attacking on Shisui. Shisui already lost his one eye. Sasuke too reached there behind Naruto but a little late. Naruto came in between to protect Shisui but then started beating Naruto too. Because now they were thinking about to kill Naruto too so that no one can know that Danzo has taken Shisui's eye. On the other hand Naruto's clone reached into the Hokage office. Minato got to know about that from the clone. Minato puts his finger on the ground and sensed Naruto. Naruto's clone dispelled and Naruto got to know that Minato already knows about him so he just need to stop them for few moments because Minato will be coming there so soon. Naruto started flaring his chakra to stop Danzo there but now Danzo was about to go for the kill. They were about to land the hit on Naruto and Shisui. In that moment of fear Naruto awakened the Sharingan. 2 tomo in one eye and another eye was showing the sign of 2 tomos but had 1 tomo in that eye and then eventually that second eye too got the 2 tomos. Sasuke too witnessed that and he was not able to do something. He too awakened the 1 tomo in both the eyes because he was training with Shisui and Naruto so it caused the trauma too. Before Danzo can hit Naruto Shisui came in between and got hit on the back, stabbed on the back. Itachi was already coming to the ground for his training when he sensed that and he saw Shisui getting stabbed on the back and then falling into the waterfall with his own eyes and then he awakened the Manchikyu Sharingan. He attacked on Fu Terun with his Amaterasu and then headed towards Danzo. Danzo was about to hit Naruto when Minato appeared there. What do you think you were doing? Minato asked Danzo. Go look for Shisui, Minato said to Itachi and then Itachi jumped into the waterfall and luckily be brought back Shisui with him. Until then Minato already took Shisui's eye from Danzo and killed him too. He summoned the Aburame clan leader to heal Shisui and warned him if something will happen to Shisui then they will have to face the consequences of that. But for goodness Shisui was alive and he was fine. He got healed in few days and started his training again and Minato handled all the village elders who were plotting the things out Uchiha clan. At the age of 10 Naruto already learned the basics of flying Rijin too and his chakra chains were so good he was able to control them however he wants to use them. His Sharingan has already evolved to the 3 tomo in both the eyes because of Shisui and Itachi's high efficiency training and going on missions too. At the age of 10 he gave the Chunin exams and became the Chunin of the Hidden Leaf Village and officially got the rank of Anbu because of Shisui and Itachi's training. Naruto already started going on to the B rank mission with Itachi and Shisui and sometimes A rank missions too. By the age of 11 his chakra reserves was so bigger in compared to Itachi and Shisui. His chakra reserves were bigger than of an elite Jonin and he mastered the 3 tomo Sharingan already. His speed was so fast that with his chakra reserves and exceptionally excellent chakra control Naruto used to manage to match Shisui's speed sometimes. Minato was so happy with his progress. At that point of time Naruto already learned the basic level of flying region. He was able to teleport, but he was still new in that. On the other hand, Sasuke Uchiha was strong, but Itachi was keeping him away from the Anbu stuff because he knew that Anbu's life was not the thing he wanted to give to Sasuke, so he personally used to free his some time to give his younger brother a lesson, and he was training Sasuke Uchiha harder, but Minato was training Naruto to become so strong and ruthless, and while being ruthless he was teaching Naruto to be kind and humble too. At the age of 11 Minato training Naruto the Rasengan, and now Naruto used to go on to rank missions with Itachi and Shisui. Till the age of 12 Naruto already mastered the Rasengan, and with that in that 1 year Naruto mastered the flying region too. His Sharingan was fully matured. He used to give a good competition to Shisui in the speed. On the other hand, Minato and Kushina both made progress too. Kushina learned the 100 healings and Byakugo seal from Mito's sealing jutsu and medical ninjutsu knowledge, and some help from Tsunade. And Minato already perfected his sage mode and added the chakra nature into the Rasengan too. And he created versions of the flying region too. Sasuke too was now 12 years old. He was already a genin, and Itachi now told him to give the Chunin exams. On the other hand, Orochimaru has already planned to attack on Sasuke so that he can control Sasuke and take control over his body. His goal was Naruto, but he will have to take Sasuke's body first so that he can somehow be able to fight against Minato, because he knew that if he will even try to go against Minato Namikaze, in that case Minato can seal him or can kill him because of Sharingan's precision. But if he gets the precision of the Sharingan himself too, then he will be able to give a competition to Minato. In the survival test of the Chunin exams, Sasuke was there with his team, and he was searching for a team with the other scroll. Orochimaru came there. The fight between Sasuke Uchiha and Orochimaru started, and in the end Orochimaru had to reveal himself, and at that time Kushina sensed him and she ran towards Orochimaru so fast. Orochimaru was about to give Sasuke the curse mark when Kushina reached there. The fight between Kushina and Orochimaru started, and at that moment Kabuto too had to come in front so that he can help Orochimaru and they can leave from there. The fight started getting more and more serious now. The shinobis started gathering. Those who knew that Kushina went inside the forest of death because she sensed something strange there. Naruto too was there in the team where they were guarding the forest of death. Naruto got to know about that Kushina went inside the forest of death because he sensed something strange there. Naruto puts his finger on the ground and then started trying to sense where Kushina was right now. After locking on Kushina's location, Naruto went inside the forest of death. He already sensed that she was with another big chakra, and Naruto was not familiar with that chakra, so he headed towards there so fast to check out on Kushina. On the other hand, Sasuke was now unconscious on the ground, and Kushina was fighting against the Sound Village 3 shinobis, Kabuto and Orochimaru altogether. Shinobis were worried about that too, so one of them went to Hokage office to tell Minato about that. When Naruto reached there, he saw Orochimaru stabbing Kushina in the heart. Naruto was shocked to see that Kushina getting stabbed on the heart directly, and now Naruto was thinking that Kushina will die now. He was so worried and sad. He was so emotionally regretful that he wasn't able to reach there on time. Naruto started getting angry so much. With that emotional distress, Naruto awakened the Manchikyu Sharingan because of the emotional plot of Kushina getting stabbed into the heart. And Nine Tails chakra started releasing into his body. He directly went into the Three Tails state and attacked on Orochimaru and Kabuto. Naruto killed those Sound Village shinobis so fast, and he was now beating Orochimaru badly because the chakra was increasing by every minute. In just 2 minutes Naruto went into the Four Tails state. Minato sensed that Four Tails state before even a shinobi can go to tell Minato about that. Kushina got healed, but because of her chakra exhaustion she'd been unconscious, and then all of a sudden Minato appeared there and then teleported away from there to the hospital. And now Naruto was yelling so hard his chakra was creating pressure on the shinobis. Kabuto already left from there. Till the Three Tails state Naruto was going on par with Orochimaru, and in the Four Tails state Naruto was beating him badly. Orochimaru had to shed bodies too. I will have to leave from here. I have already drawn so much attention towards myself, Orochimaru was thinking in his mind. Orochimaru was now running from there, but Naruto was keeping him there and beating him badly. And then Minato again appeared there, and the first thing he went into the Sage mode because Four Tails Naruto was so strong to handle normally, and normal hit can injure any shinobis so much. Minato teleported onto Naruto and applied a seal on his forehead and then teleported away. And then he started chasing Orochimaru, but he retreated from there. And Minato came back to check out on Naruto, and then he teleported Naruto into the hospital too. After 2 days Naruto and Kushina both woke up. Minato was still there. He was happy to see them both were okay. Shisui were there waiting for Naruto to get healed. Kakashi was there to check on both Kushina and Naruto. So you are alright, Naruto? Shisui asked. Yes, I am alright, sensei. What about that bastard snake? Naruto asked. Don't worry, we will handle him. He left retreat after seeing Lord Fourth, Shisui said. I will kill him myself, Naruto said. Naruto's eyes were wet. He was crying. Tears were coming down on his cheeks. What happened, Naruto? Shisui asked. I wasn't able to save mom. I was late. I wasn't fast enough to reach there, Naruto said to Shisui. She is alright, still in the hospital. Give her some time. She will be fully alright, Shisui said to Naruto. Yes, mom is getting healed. She lost so much amount of chakra. This is why is unconscious. Her wounds already healed, Naruto. Minato said. I have seen her getting stabbed in the heart, Naruto said. Yes, her regeneration saved her, but she was in the situation of coma. Your mom fought against 3 genins, a Jonin level shinobi and a Sannin at the same time. That snake was Orochimaru, one of the legendary Sannin, Minato said to Naruto. The next time he will come in front of me, I will kill him myself, Naruto said to Minato. You will have to control your emotions, Naruto. You have a full 9 tails sealed inside you. You were about to lose control over your body. You could have injured so many friends too, Minato said to Naruto. Next time keep in your mind that you cannot lose control on your emotions, Minato said to Naruto. Alright dad, but I will kill himself, Naruto said. I have already applied another seal on your body for now to keep the 9 tails chakra influencing you. You need to keep training hard so that you can fight the shinobis like him. Rest assured I will deal with him myself, Minato said to Naruto. Give him a very bad death, dad, Naruto said. It's alright, Minato said, and then rubbed his head and then gave him a smile. Can I see mom? Naruto asked. Sure, Minato said, and then Minato took him to Kushina. And now Kushina was alright. Kushina woke up after 3 days and she was fine. And when she got healed fully after a week, Naruto started his training again. Shisui was about to start Naruto's training when Naruto told Shisui that he has got Manchikyu Sharingan and asked him to train the Manchikyu Sharingan. I knew it is possible that you have awakened the Manchikyu Sharingan. First activate the Manchikyu Sharingan and then figure out what are his abilities. Naruto figured out in 2 days that his Manchikyu abilities were teleportation, just like Minato can mark any location and can teleport there, and can lock any chakra and teleport there too with his left eye ability. And his right eye ability was that he can control the gravity with his eye. He can pull things towards himself and can push things too with his right eye ability and can control things too. His abilities are even stronger than Lord Fourth, Shisui was thinking in his mind. The Chunin exams were still going on the Leaf Village. After 3 weeks there will be the final round of the Chunin exams. Naruto already started learning to control his abilities of the Manchikyu Sharingan. In just 1 week Naruto learned his Manchikyu abilities, and in the 2 weeks Naruto lean red to manifest the half-humanoid Susanoo, but Shisui didn't see him training with the Manchikyu for almost the whole day. When only 2 days left to the final round of the Chunin exams, Shisui told Naruto to be alert because Orochimaru will be attacking on the Leaf Village again, and they got too much information about that. They were guarding the Leaf Village for 2 days and on the day of the final round of the Chunin exams Orochimaru was there with full preparation, and he wanted to kill Minato first because Minato was the strongest shinobi of the Leaf Village till then. The Chunin exams started, shinobis started their matches, and when the 4th match was between Sasuke Uchiha and Gaara. Gaara started transforming into the one-tail state. Naruto noticed that Gaara was the Jinchuriki just like him. When Gaara transformed, Kabuto gave a signal who was in disguise. He casted the genjutsu. It is going on just as we expected, Shisui said. Naruto, Shisui said. I will handle that one-tail sensei, Naruto said. Very well, then go take some help from Sasuke too, Shisui said. Come on Itachi, let's stop there, right there, Shisui said, and then both Shisui and Itachi left from there to fight against those shinobis outside the village. I will handle here, Fugaku said T. Then we will go help Itachi and Shisui. Shinobis like Kakashi and Might Guy said, and left from there. Kushina was still therein. She started attacking on the Sound and the Sand shinobis to protect the Leaf Village. They thought that they will be able to destroy the Leaf Village. It is time for us to show our warrior spirit. Let's show them why they call us the fire monsters, Fugaku said to the Uchihas and then told them to attack on the sand and sound shinobis. And now Naruto was in front of One Tails. To destroy the Leaf Village you will have to go through me, Naruto said to One Tails. One Tails was fully transformed there. Naruto created a clone and then send him to mark a place far away from the Leaf Village so that One Tails cannot harm the Leaf Village. In just 2 minutes Naruto's clone went 4 kilometers away from there. I can sense those two, Naruto said. Don't worry, I will handle them, Sasuke said to Naruto. And then Naruto manifested his half-humanoid Susanoo to attack on One Tails. Naruto started attacking on One Tails with his Susanoo punches. Naruto noticed that the seal of Gaara was leaking and Gaara was asleep. This is why One Tails came out. He came out just because Gaara slept. If I will be able to wake him up somehow, then this One Tails will go inside him, Naruto thought in his mind. I need to attack on Gaara first, but for that I will need to hold this One Tails up, Naruto thought in his mind. With his Susanoo arm Naruto marked One Tails too, and then he went into the normal state and then he attacked on the One Tails with his chakra chains and suppressed One Tails fully. And then with One Tails Naruto teleported towards his clone and then Naruto's clone attacked on Gaara with a Rasengan. Naruto absorbed a good amount of chakra from the One Tails too. Gaara woke up and then Naruto applied a 5-element seal on Gaara and then sealed Gaara's chakra and then teleported him away from there and sealed Gaara inside a place. And then Naruto went to see Sasuke Uchiha, who was fighting against Kankuro and Temari. He stopped both of them too, and then with Naruto Sasuke sealed Temari and Kankuro's chakra and teleported them where Gaara was. And then Naruto teleported to Kushina. Naruto, go help your dad, Kushina said to Naruto. On the other hand, Minato in the passive sage mode was fighting against Hashirama Senju, Tobirama Senju and Orochimaru to Naruto. Since Naruto already marked Minato with his Manchikyu ability, he directly teleported inside the barrier. What are you doing here, Naruto? Minato asked. Dad, I came here to help you, Naruto said. It's alright, I can handle it, you shouldn't be here, you will get hurt, Minato said. No dad, I will help you, Naruto said to Minato while fighting against Orochimaru. Minato meanwhile was fighting against Hashirama Senju and Tobirama Senju. You will not listen to me, you want to help them, bring Itachi and Shisui here, it is time for us to seal them, Minato said to Naruto. Alright dad, Naruto said and then teleported a clone away from there to bring Shisui and Itachi there to help him. In just few minutes Naruto's clone appeared there with Itachi and Shisui. I need Totsuka blade, Itachi, get ready with that, Itachi. Minato said. Go into the Susanoo form, Minato said. And then first one was Shisui to go into the half-humanoid Susanoo form and then Itachi, and then Naruto went into the half-humanoid Susanoo form and then Minato went into the full Susanoo form. And now Orochimaru controlled Hashirama to suppress Susanoo with the wood dragon, and in that much time Naruto attacked on Orochimaru with the rocks and other things onto Orochimaru. When Orochimaru dodged, Shisui's clone appeared behind Orochimaru and hits him, and before he can control himself Itachi sealed him with the Totsuka blade, and now both Hashirama Senju and Tobirama Senju were out of control of Orochimaru. Let's go kids, we need to protect the Leaf Village. 4 Uchihas protecting the Leaf Village and one of them is the Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village. I guess I was right, Tobirama Hashirama said and smiled. Tobirama was annoyed with Hashirama because Hashirama was teasing Tobirama. Back to your places, Minato said to them, and then Minato teleported Itachi from there to where he was fighting and Naruto teleported with Shisui Uchiha. Let's show them the power of Uchiha, Shisui said to Naruto, and then Naruto started attacked on things coming in his way. He was able to push the weapons away too. And then manifested his Susanoo and then attacked on those shinobis with his chakra needles which were coming out of his Susanoo hands. That's new, those needles came out of Naruto when he was thinking about to release the chakra from the Susanoo hand. Shisui was smiling now to see Naruto like that, and then he too manifested the Susanoo and he attacked on those shinobis with his chakra needles. Then Naruto tried to attack on the summoning snakes with his chakra chains, and then sealing chains came out of the Susanoo and suppressed the snakes and left them vulnerable to get attack. After watching that, Asuma attacked on those snakes with the chakra blade and then cut them down so easily. Now other ones, Naruto, Asuma said, and Naruto suppressed other 2 of them with both the hand with the sealing chains, and Asuma cut them down too. On the other hand, Minato was there in front of Hashirama and Tobirama. Sorry Lord First and Lord Second, I will have to see you because the village is under attack, Minato said to them. We will be helping you, let's go, Tobirama and Hashirama said to Minato, and then Minato teleported both of them outside the barrier. And then both Hashirama and Tobirama killed sound 4 shinobis so fast. And Minato headed towards the Jonin level shinobis. With Hashirama and Tobirama, Minato with other strong shinobis too. Minato killed all of those enemies inside the village, and then they headed outside of the village where shinobis were fighting against those shinobis. Shisui was watching Naruto doing that, and he was worried that Naruto will lose so much chakra and his eyes will be affected with that, so he told Naruto to not to use so much manchkyou in one go, but with Asuma Naruto killed all the summoning snakes and Shisui already killed more than 50 shinobis of the enemy, and then Naruto created the sword with his chakra in his Susanoo arm. This is amazing, Naruto was thinking in his mind, and then he attacked on those shinobis with his sword. That sword destroyed few enemies, and then Naruto attacked on them with his chakra needles, which were sealing the chakra on hitting a target. We got capable shinobis on our side. On the other hand, to fight against the shinobis like Hashirama Senju, Tobirama Senju and Orochimaru, Minato had to use the Manchkyou Sharingan and then Susanoo for too long, so he was losing his eyesight. After the war, Minato was not able to see clearly because of using the Manchkyou and full-body Susanoo for too long. You never care about yourself when it comes about the village, Fugaku said to Minato while scolding him. Minato was just smiling because Fugaku was his big brother from the same clan, and he even helped Minato sometimes in his training when he was kid. Kushina tried to heal Minato, but the damage was irreversible for Minato. How would be able to handle the Hokage duties in this situation? Kushina asked Minato. It's alright, don't worry about that, Kushina. Big brother, will you help me for few days take over the Hokage seat for few days? Minato asked Fugaku. You need a young person to take the Hokage seat, not me, Fugaku said. Then what do you think? Minato asked Fugaku. Shisui will be a good choice, I guess, Fugaku said. You are right, Shisui, you will be taking charge as Hokage from tomorrow until I got healed if you don't want to take the responsibility, Minato said. It's an honor to take the responsibility, Shisui said, and then he took the charge as Hokage. As Hokage, he searched every single thing about healing the Manchkyou blindness, and he got something about the eternal Manchkyou Sharingan. And the first thing he did to talk to Naruto about the M's, and told Naruto that if he wants Minato to be cured, he will have to give him eyes to Minato, and after getting Minato's eyes he won't go blind because those eyes were blinding Minato, not him. But there was a risk in it, so Shisui told Naruto to not to tell the risk to Kushina because she will not perform the surgery if Naruto will tell him there is a risk. I have noticed, Naruto, you haven't even bleed while using the Manchkyou Sharingan. Even you used that for 2 or 3 times longer than us using the strong abilities, Shisui asked. I don't, sensei, but I don't feel anything using them, Naruto said. I guess it is because of you being Uzumaki too, Shisui said to Naruto. And then Kushina performed the surgery while Minato was sleeping. She gave him a medicine to go unconscious and performed the surgery, and then she healed Minato first, and Naruto started getting healed himself because of the Nine Tails chakra. It took Kushina the whole hour to heal Minato's eyes, and in that much time Naruto was healed fully himself. You cannot open your eyes, Naruto, wait for 2 or 3 days, Kushina said to Naruto. The next day when Minato woke up, he got to know that Kushina transplanted Naruto's eyes into his eyes. Why did you do that, Kushina? That comes with a risk of losing both the eyes. I was already nearly blind, but Naruto was perfectly healthy. What if he loses his eyes too? Minato said. She didn't know about that, Dad. I wanted you to see because I didn't want you to not to be able to see, Naruto said to Minato. Never ever again do this kind of stupidity. You got it, Naruto? Minato asked. Sorry about that, Dad, Naruto said. After 2 days Naruto removed the bandages, and after 5 days Minato removed his bandages too, and both of them got the eternal Manchkyou Sharingan. Minato was able to see clearly now, and he was in good condition. I guess now it is time for me to teach you few things, Minato said to Naruto. Seriously, Dad, will you teach me a new jutsu? Naruto asked. Yes, I was thinking about a vacation where only our family will be, and there I will be teaching you few things, Minato said to Naruto. I want some time in peace alone, so Kushina, would you like to go with me? Kushina asked. Where are you thinking about to go, Minato? Kushina asked. I was thinking about to go to the Mount Mayuboku. There will be so much peace, and there I will tell him few things about the sage jutsu too. While training in few months he will learn about the sage jutsu too, Minato said. And then they left from there to the Mount Mayuboku, and when Naruto was training on first and second day, Fugasaku asked Minato to leave Naruto there for a month so that he can train hard and they can enjoy their vacation too. Naruto too agreed to that, and in just 2 days Naruto already learned to sit still, and then he started learning to feel the nature energy around him, and then slowly he started learning to absorb the nature energy. A calm Naruto who was a genius like his father was progressing fast. In just 1 week Naruto learned to gather the nature energy, and then in the second week without even needing the clones Naruto went into the perfect sage mode state, and then in the third week Naruto learned to use that sage mode, and in the fourth week Naruto learned to manifest the Susanoo in the sage mode form, and he naturally reached the full body Susanoo form. After the whole month of training, when Naruto was trying to learn things, when Fugasaku noticed that nature was responding to Naruto. Where Naruto used to be the nature, the grass and the trees used to be lively and is used to seem that they are responding to Naruto. After a month when Minato came back there, and then Fugasaku told Minato about all this, but Naruto still didn't know, but he noticed. Naruto already knows fire, water and earth style. Can it be? Minato said. Are you sure about that? Minato Kushina asked. With water and earth one can create the wood release, the Kekkei Genkei used by Hashirama Senju, Minato said. With all these possible abilities Naruto will become one of the strongest shinobi of the whole world. Minato was thinking in his mind. He would have 2 Kekkei Genkei to suppress the 9 tails inside. Minato said to Kushina. Yes, you are right, Kushina said, and then Minato told Naruto that if he has noticed or not, and then Naruto told Minato that he already noticed that. And then they returned back. Shisui asked Minato to take his seat back because Shisui had taken the seat of Hokage temporarily because Minato was in no condition to handle the responsibility. Minato offered Shisui to take to become the 5th Hokage of the Leaf Village, but Shisui said that he needed more experience, and then Minato said to Shisui to be with him for a year of 2 and then take the seat back from Minato as the 5th Hokage of the Hidden Leaf. And then Minato told Shisui to train Naruto the water style and the earth style too. Shisui was confused to know about that, but he did as Minato said to him. And when Shisui told Naruto to start his training, Naruto sat on the ground and then absorbed the nature energy. What were you doing, Naruto? What's that? Shisui asked. He is sage mode just like Lord Fourth, so did Lord Fourth teach him the sage jutsu? Shisui was thinking in his mind. When we were on the vacation we went to Mount Mayuboku and Dad started training me, but then Lord Fugasaku told Dad to leave me with him so that he can teach me for a month alone, and in that time period Dad and Mom can enjoy their time alone, Naruto said to Shisui. Very well then Naruto, since you already know both the water release and earth release already, and now we will be mastering both of the chakra releases, Shisui said to Naruto. Got it, Naruto said to Shisui. Naruto with Shisui already started going onto the S-rank mission because of his mastery over the body flicker technique like Shisui and flying region like Minato, and the chakra reserve which is bigger than of an elite shinobi. After those missions Naruto used to train under Shisui, and with Shisui's help Naruto mastered water release in just 2 weeks because he was already able to use both water and earth release. After 2 more weeks Naruto mastered the earth release. And then Naruto started training for merging both the chakra natures together. It took him 2 months to merge both the chakra natures into one, and at the end he got the wood release. And since he daily used to train with the sage mode, his sage mode was getting better. In the world of souls now, Hagoromo was thinking that because of sage jutsu Naruto's 6 paths chakra started awakening, which was bound to happen since the very beginning. And in the mental plane of Naruto, Kurama already started thinking that Naruto was awakening the 6 paths chakra, but he was confused how Naruto was awakening the 6 paths chakra. Naruto's chakra signature already started matching with Sage of 6 Paths chakra because of Indra and Ashura's chakra merging with each other. On the other hand, in the soul world, Sage of 6 Paths was smiling because he already programmed the jutsu over Naruto's body. Only with kind personality and a kind heart and merging both Indra and Ashura's chakra, Naruto would be able to awaken the 6 Paths chakra, but Naruto's sage mode, the chakra balancing, started awakening his 6 Paths chakra sooner than the expectation. After 6 months of training, Naruto already started learning the wood release jutsu. With his diverse arsenal, Naruto is going to become the perfect shinobi in future, Shisui was thinking in his mind. And in those 6 months Naruto's Susanoo was on the verge of reaching the perfect Susanoo. On the other hand, after becoming the Chunin, Sasuke went on a C-rank mission normally with Kakashi, and on that mission they fought against the demon brothers and killed them, and after that they fought against Haku and Zabuza and were still on that mission, and now they knew that now Gato will send someone stronger than Zabuza, so he sent a message to the Hidden Leaf to get more help. At that time Naruto and Shisui were training in the Leaf Village, and then Minato told them to go and help Kakashi on Land of Waves mission. Naruto entered the Sage mode and then puts his finger onto the ground and started sensing Kakashi's chakra. He is out of sensory range, Sensei, Naruto said. Land of Waves is around 200 kilometers away from here, silly, how can you sense this fast? Shisui asked Naruto. Yes, you are right, Sensei, Naruto said to Shisui. And then Shisui with Naruto left towards the Land of Waves so fast. After an hour they reached more than halfway, and Shisui told Naruto to rest for a bit, and then Naruto again puts his hand on the ground, and this time he was able to sense Kakashi's chakra. No, I can sense his chakra, Naruto said to Shisui. How far he is? Shisui asked. Around 50 kilometers away from here. Wait a second, there are two another stronger chakra than big brother Kakashi, Naruto said. Do you know these chakra signatures? Shisui asked. No, Sensei, I don't. It is time for us to go there, Naruto said to Shisui. Let's go, Shisui said to Naruto. On the other hand, Sasuke, who was trying to protect Sakura, his teammate, because right now Kakashi was fighting against Kakuzu and Sasuke Uchiha with the help of Sai, and Sakura was fighting against Hidan. Sasuke and Sakura grew close because of being in a team, and since Naruto was not in that team, Sasuke had no competition therein. Because of no emotional trauma, Sasuke already grew close to Sakura. But somehow Hidan drawn the blood from Sasuke and he started performing the ritual. He stabbed himself on the leg first, but Sasuke noticed that Sakura started bleeding from her leg. He clearly stabbed himself. Then how can Sakura started bleeding? Did he connect their two bodies with each other somehow? Sasuke attacked on Hidan first with a punch, but that punch affected Sakura. Sasuke was able to notice that Hidan was standing still in the circle he drew. We will have to move him from that circle, Sasuke said. But we don't have to hurt, and after we will be able to move him from the circle, only then we can check if she's still getting hurt or not, Sasuke said. On the other hand, Kakashi already destroyed 2 hearts of Kakuzu, and Kakashi was injured now and was nearly exhausted too. And in that fight Hidan hits his heart, and because of that hit Sakura fell on to the ground and Sasuke was not able to do anything there. He was feeling so guilty that he was not able to save her, and she was losing her pulses by every passing second. And he was not moving because if he will move, Hidan will stab himself again. And then all of a sudden Naruto and Shisui appeared there. What happened, Sasuke? Shisui asked. Don't attack on him, she will die, Sasuke sadly yelled on Naruto and Shisui. What happened, Sasuke? Shisui asked again. I think until he will not move from there she will get hurt. Anytime he will get hurt, Sasuke said to Naruto. So it is like that, Naruto said. And then Naruto pointed his hand towards Hidan, activated his Manchikyu Sharingan, and then Naruto pulled Hidan towards himself. And then Naruto gave him a cut on his cheek with his kunai. It's alright them, Naruto said to Sasuke. Naruto threw Hidan in front of Sasuke and Shisui and went towards Sakura and then picked her and vanished away from there. Sasuke was emotionally really sad when he saw that Sakura was logging her life in front of him. He awakened the Manchikyu Sharingan after Naruto left from there. With Sakura, Sasuke attacked on Hidan faster than before, and in that anger his eye caster the Amaterasu over Hidan and burnt him alive fully. Shisui saw that Amaterasu and left from there. Naruto teleported Sakura in front of Kushina, who was the medical ninja of the Hidden Leaf Village, and then Naruto again teleported back after leaving Sakura there, where Shisui and Kakashi was still fighting against Kakuzu. Shisui manifested his Susanoo and injured Kakuzu with his chakra needles from his Susanoo when Kakuzu switched to the long range, and they already destroyed 2 more hearts of Kakuzu, only last one was left. Sasuke came there and casted the Amaterasu over him too in anger and burnt him alive too. Looks like you are not the only one with a strong student, Kakashi said to Shisui. Yes, first we need to know about that girl, Shisui said to Kakashi. But we need to stay here too because of that Gato, Kakashi said. There is no need, Naruto, you know what you have to do, Shisui said to Naruto, and then Naruto created a clone and left the clone on the bridge and then teleported all of them to the Leaf Village. They reached into the Leaf Village and got to know that it was hard to say that she will live or not. It took Kushina the whole hour to perform the surgery, and still Sakura was in so bad condition that she was unconscious and she will not be able to move either. On the other hand, Gato reached there onto the bridge. Naruto's clone informed Naruto about that. "Let's go, sensei," Naruto said to Shisui. "Where are we going?" Shisui asked. "That Gato has come there with hundreds of men," Naruto said to Shisui, and then Naruto teleported with Shisui on the bridge. "Come on Naruto, you could have handled them all alone. Why did you bring me here?" Shisui said to Naruto. "Just stay here with the villagers, rest I will handle," Naruto said to Shisui, and then Naruto attacked on those men so fast and he was killing them like vegetables, and in the end when only Gato was there, Naruto caught him with his chakra chains and then handed him over to the villagers and they killed him too. After that, Naruto and Shisui stayed into the land of waves till the bridge built fully, and then they teleported back to the Leaf Village. And then from the next day Naruto started his training again with Shisui. Shisui too has become even faster than before, and his chakra reserve was growing faster because he daily used to train and spar with Naruto until the exhaustion. After few months Naruto got a mission that he had to help Gaara because few shinobis kidnapped and few kid shinobis from the Sand Village, and Gaara went alone behind them. "I have already marked him, sensei," Naruto said. And then Naruto teleported in front of Gaara where he was fighting all alone in front of 3 elite Jonin level shinobis. "You rather look exhausted even after being the Jinchuriki of the One Tails, which gives you his chakra," Naruto said to Gaara. Naruto and Shisui were there in front of those shinobis. And then Naruto sensed 2 more shinobis were there, and those were Temari and Kankuro. They were fighting against another 2 shinobis. Kankuro was against 1 and Temari was against 1. "Go Naruto, help them, I will handle here," Shisui said to Naruto and then left from there. Those shinobis were looking towards Shisui, and one of them was already under Shisui's genjutsu, and when other one attacked on Shisui. Shisui wasn't there, and the next moment his heart stabbed by a kunai, and then Shisui appeared in front of the 3rd shinobis. "You are Shisui, the teleporter from the hidden Leaf Village," that shinobi said to Shisui. He was so scared right now. Shisui put him under the genjutsu and killed all 3 of them. On the other hand, Naruto reached in front of Temari. That shinobi attacked on Naruto with his weapon which was about to hit her, but Naruto appeared there before it can hit Temari. Temari's eyes widened when she saw Naruto was standing in front of her, and Naruto got hit by that weapon. "Are you okay?" Naruto asked Temari. "Yes I am, but you are right," Temari said to Naruto. "Just don't worry about that," Naruto said to Temari. Naruto went inside his mental plane, and before Kurama can notice something, Naruto puts him under the genjutsu and drawn some chakra from Kurama and healed himself. What he is already healed, but how Temari was thinking in her mind. "Stay put Temari, open your eyes, we are in front of an enemy," Naruto said to Temari. "What the hell is even going on here?" Temari was thinking in her mind. Naruto saw that Temari was still frozen, so he puts his hand on her shoulder and then manifested the full body Susanoo, and now she was under the full body Susanoo of Naruto. What is this thing? She was thinking in her mind. Naruto pointed his hand towards that shinobis and then started attacking on him with the chakra needles weapons of his Susanoo. That shinobi was not able to dodge those bullet-like chakra needles and got hit by that, and then Naruto attacked on him with the sealing chains from another hand and then sealed him. Temari was shocked to see that Naruto handled an elite Jonin level shinobi just like that. "So will you keep staring if we should go and help your brother?" Naruto said to Temari, and then he touched her and then locked on Kankuro's chakra and teleported there. What he knows the teleportation jutsu too, Temari was thinking in her mind. And then Naruto looked that Kankuro was in front of a shinobi. The fight was going on. That shinobi attacked on Naruto and Temari. Naruto manifest the Susanoo there before that attack can hit them. This is amazing, so this is the ultimate defense of an Uchiha, Temari was thinking in her mind. Naruto turned towards that shinobi. Wood-style deep forest emergence, Naruto said, and attacked on that shinobi. Wood-style wood binding jutsu, Naruto said again, first hits him with the deep forest emergence so that he cannot dodge the second attack. Then bound him with the wood binding jutsu. Wood release gracious deity gates, Naruto said, and then dropped the seal over that shinobi. "You will not be able to get yourself free after this," Naruto said to that shinobis. "You are an Uchiha and still know the wood release just like first Hokage Hashirama Senju." "Who the hell are you?" that shinobi asked Naruto. "I am Naruto Uchiha," Naruto said to him, and then attacked on him with his chakra chains, pierced his body and killed him. He is absurdly strong. How can someone of his age can be this strong? Temari and Kankuro were now thinking in their minds. Naruto went behind both of them. "What are you doing, Temari?" asked Naruto, and then Naruto teleported beside Shisui Uchiha, who already killed those 3 shinobis. What kind of monsters are these? Uchiha 1 killed 2 of those shinobis and another killed 3 of them, Kankuro was thinking. Only one of us is left with them, don't know where they took her, Gaara said. Sage Art, Naruto said, and entered the sage mode. Naruto puts his finger on the ground. Up straight around 45 kilometers, Naruto said to Shisui. Take some rest, we will be back soon enough, Shisui said. To Sand Siblings, and then Naruto teleported there with Shisui. And now they both were in front of that shinobi. Do you really think you will be able to get away from us? Shisui said to him. In the moment he looked towards Shisui, he was already under the genjutsu. And then Naruto attacked on him with his chakra chains and killed him. And then they freed Matsuri in just a minute, and then Naruto teleported back to the Sand Siblings. What, they already handled him that easily and even brought back her to us? Tamari was thinking in her mind. He is so strong and so handsome too, Tamari was thinking and was blushing. So what do you think? How do I look? Naruto asked. What do you mean by that? You are staring me since I came here, you yourself quite beautiful, which I didn't notice before, Naruto said to Tamari. Tamari started blushing even more, her face was red now. What the hell are you doing? Kankuro asked Naruto. He is the most annoying between you 3, right? Naruto asked. Stop it, Kankuro, stop embarrassing us, Gaara said to Kankuro. What's wrong with you, Tamari? Gaara asked. What now, sensei? Naruto asked. We will go back to Leaf, Shisui said to Naruto. But don't you think they are already injured? We should escort them back to the sand, Naruto said to Shisui. And then Shisui noticed that Naruto was still looking at Tamari. Sure we can, Shisui said to Naruto. I don't think they want us to go to the sand, think we should go back to Leaf, Naruto asked. No, please come with us, you are always welcome to the sand village, Tamari said. Now that's more like it, Naruto said to Tamari. So Tamari, right? Naruto asked. Yes, why did you ask? Just was thinking, I have never seen the hidden sand, will you show me few things there? Naruto asked. Sure, why not? Tamari nervously said to Naruto. After that they reached into the hidden sand, they were resting into a hotel. Tamari and Gaara were still there. I think they are not hospitable enough to ask a guest for food, think we should look for a restaurant here, Naruto said. Sorry about that, I thought you will be resting for a little bit, you were already come here from the Leaf and then fought for us, Gaara said. Yes, sorry about that, Tamari said to Naruto. Aren't you coming, sensei? Naruto asked. No, guess you should go, I think I will freshen up first, and beside I don't want to ruin your date, Shisui said to Naruto. It is not a date, sensei, Naruto said to Shisui and smiled. Tamari's face was fully red now to think about that date. Yes, it is not a date, Tamari said. So you want to go on a date with Naruto or what? Shisui asked. No, that's not like that, Tamari said. I was just teasing you, Shisui said, and then Naruto took her with him and left from there. What is going on here? Gaara asked. I think they like each other, Shisui said to Gaara. And yes, Lord Fourth has given me a seal for you once. Naruto will return, we will change your seal, after that seal you will be able to sleep at night and there will be no fear of losing control because that seal will keep the tailed beast in check. Just like Naruto, you will be able to do anything you want, Shisui said. Will it work? Gaara asked. Yes, it will work. Think of Naruto, his tailed beast is stronger than yours, but with that seal he is sealed, but you will have to keep your mind calm, Shisui said to Gaara. But then after few minutes a scroll appeared in Shisui's hand. The message from Lord Fourth for AS rank mission. Sorry, we will have to leave for now, after the mission we will come back for the seal, Shisui said to Gaara. Shisui appeared in front of Naruto with a sunshine jutsu. Naruto, sorry, we will have to keep your date short because we have got another S-rank mission, Shisui said to Naruto. Got it, sensei, Naruto said to Shisui. Sorry, we'll have to go now, Naruto said to Tamari. Alright, Tamari said. We'll look forward to meet you, Naruto said to Tamari and then went close to her. What are you doing? Tamari asked. And then Naruto kissed on her cheek. I am leaving for now, but I will come back to meet you, Naruto said to Tamari. And then with Shisui, Naruto left from there and Tamari was still standing there frozen, was not able to move because Naruto just kissed her and left from there. Matsuri saw that happening. He took advantage of you. Why didn't you do something? Should I tell Gaara sensei about this lady? Tamari, Matsuri said to Tamari. No, don't tell him about this. I didn't expect him to be this forward. I never expected this will happen this soon, Tamari were saying, and her cheeks were still red. By your expressions I think you like him too, Lady Tamari, Matsuri said. Just do your work and you are not allowed to tell anybody about this, Tamari said to her. Alright, I got it, Matsuri said to her. Naruto and Shisui came back to the Sand Village after completing that S-rank mission. And then the first thing they did that they changed. Gaara's seal. Temari was standing there on a side was blushing. So did you miss me? Naruto asked her. What, you just left from here before 2 days, Temari said. So you mean to say you didn't? Naruto said. And then Shisui got another message from Minato. He asked them to come back to the leaf as soon as possible because there were another mission for them. We'll have to leave again, but I will come back for you, Naruto said to Temari. Gaara was watching Naruto. Naruto told him that he can sleep without even worrying about the tailed beast. Naruto kissed Temari's cheek and there went to Shisui and teleported to the leaf directly. Don't you think this is being too much? Shisui asked Naruto. Naruto just smiled towards Shisui. They reached into the hidden leaf and then Minato gave them another S-rank mission. This is how their life was going on. After the missions, Naruto used to train with Shisui, so daily they used to spar with each other daily. On the other hand, Sakura recovered after 3 months and she joined the team again, and sometimes she started going to Kushina to learn the medical ninjutsu too. Naruto had a good relation with Jiraiya too because Jiraiya was Minato's teacher and Naruto used to call him grandpa. Every time Jiraiya used to come back to the village, he used to meet Naruto and bring few things for Naruto too. Naruto learned few things about the sage from Jiraiya too. Naruto did the same thing for 3 years, going on missions with Shisui and then train, and sometimes Itachi and Sasuke too used to come to train with them. After 3 years of training, Naruto had a good experience at the age of 16. He learned the medical ninjutsu too. He mastered the passive sage mode. His own chakra reserve was reaching on the 9 tails level, which was sealed inside him. He mastered the wood release. He mastered the perfect Susanoo too. Until that time, Shisui already realized that Naruto surpassed him a long time ago now. Those 3 years Akatsuki didn't make any move to capture the tailed beasts, and then Jiraiya sent a message to Minato that Akatsuki again started making moves to capture the tailed beasts. Minato was now planning to deal with that Akatsuki, and for that he was planning an attack on the Akatsuki group. They already have so many powerful shinobis into the Leaf Village. Minato himself was there, who had the passive sage mode and other abilities too with the decades of experience. Shisui too on the other hand mastered the sage jutsu too. With Naruto and Minato's help he mastered the passive sage mode. On the other hand, since Sasuke used to use the Manchikyu Sharingan too much, he lost his visual prowess because of Manchikyu blindness, so Itachi had to swap his eyes with him and both of them got the eternal Manchikyu Sharingan. Fugaku Uchiha too was there. And now Minato was planning an attack on Akatsuki. After only few days, when Minato was ready to attack on the Akatsuki with a team, and then Plan Baki came there seeking help from the Sand Village to the Leaf Village. He came in front of Minato. What happened? Why are you breathing heavily? Minato asked Baki. The case cage has been kidnapped by the Akatsuki. I am here to seek help from the Leaf Village. So where did they take him? Minato. Only a shinobi knows about that, and that is Kankuro, who is injured and been poisoned by Sasori of the Akatsuki. Baki said to Minato. Don't worry, we will handle it, Minato said to Baki. How can he be this calm even after knowing all this? Does he really want to help or not? Baki now was thinking in his mind. Minato sent a message to Shisui and Naruto, whom were training together in the training ground together, and then he asked them to come to the Hokage office. Let's go, Naruto. Call from Hokage-sama, Shisui said. Yes, I got a message too, Naruto said to Shisui. And then Naruto teleported into the Hokage office with Shisui. So where to, Dad? Naruto asked. Go look for Case Cage, who has been kidnapped by Akatsuki from the Sand Village, and the first thing you have sent your mom into the Sand Village so that she can help Kankuro because he has been poisoned, Minato said to Naruto. What about me? Shisui asked. You will go with Naruto because those Akatsuki members work in 2-man team, so you two will go in 2-man team, Minato said to them. Alright, Shisui said to Minato. Naruto teleported in front of Kushina. You brat, so you have got the time to meet your mother? Kushina twisted Naruto's ear and said to him. Sorry mom, I was training with sensei, Naruto said to Kushina. Let's go, we have a mission, Naruto said to Kushina. What's the mission? Kushina asked. You have to heal Kankuro of the Sand Village. He has been poisoned by Sasori of the Akatsuki, Naruto said to Kushina. Let's go then, Kushina said, and then Naruto teleported to the Hokage office with Kushina. Kushina, dear, go with him and treat Kankuro who has been poisoned, Minato said. Let's go, sensei, Naruto said to Kushina and Shisui. Are you coming with us, Baki, or not? Naruto asked Baki. Sure, I am coming, Baki said to Naruto. And then Naruto touched him, and then with all three of them Naruto teleported to the hidden sand village. Kushina and Shisui touched Naruto because they knew Naruto was not using the flying Rijin to teleport. He was using his ability to teleport there. Naruto left Kushina into the sand village. Kushina went to Kankuro to diagnose him. When will you come back, Naruto? Kushina asked. Don't worry mom, I will come back in just half an hour or even less than that, Naruto said to Kushina. Alright, Kushina said, and then with Shisui Naruto directly teleported to Gaara because he already marked Gaara with his flying Rijin. They were extracting one tails from Gaara. So you are still doing it? Naruto asked them. Naruto was walking towards Gaara just like nothing was serious there. Naruto pointed his hand towards Gaara and then pulled him towards himself. Sasori and Deidara was alert there because they were the only who were present there physically. A clone appeared there, and with Gaara he teleported back to the sand village with Gaara. It has just been only 2 minutes they left from here and he is back with Cascade. Shinobis were thinking in their mind. So what are they doing? They are in front of 2 Akatsuki members. They will come back soon enough, don't worry about them, Naruto's clone said to Kushina. He started healing Gaara because his chakra was weak. On the other hand, Naruto and Shisui were in front of Deidara and Shisui. Deidara attacked on them with his clay bird because he knew that if he won't kill them then they will kill him so easily. When he attacked on Naruto and Shisui he looked towards them and he was already under the genjutsu of Shisui. To protect themselves from that attack Naruto manifested the Susanoo. So Naruto asked, he has already been handled, look for the second one. Sasori too been hurt with Deidara's explosion and he was angry on Deidara. He directly used his hundreds of puppets jutsu. Naruto pointed his Susanoo arm to his direction and then attacked on him with his chakra needles and attacked on those puppets. Those chakra needles were destroying the puppets so fast. He really is strong, he hasn't got the title of a monster for nothing. They don't say that if you ever see Shisui and Naruto together, do not just stand in front of them, flee away from there no matter how strong you are, Sasori was thinking in his mind. From the other hand, Naruto attacked on Sasori with his sealing chains. But Sasori was dodging that attack. Wood-style deep forest emergence, Naruto said, and attacked on Sasori and destroyed his puppets with that, and then he attacked on Sasori with his wood binding and binds him with his wood binding. And then with his sealing chains his Susanoo's ability sealed Sasori fully. On the other hand, till then Shisui already killed Deidara because he was already inside his genjutsu. These were weak, Naruto said to Shisui. No Naruto, they weren't weak, you are the one who is strong, Shisui said to Naruto. Let's go back, Shisui said to Naruto, and then Naruto teleported to the hidden sand village where Kushina was treating Kankuro. Naruto dispelled his clone and then he himself started healing Gaara. After few minutes Gaara was able to move. Since he hasn't lost the full Shukaku, he still had a little chunk of the one tail, so he was alive but a little weak, but since Naruto healed him he was alright now. Temari was watching Naruto and Kushina, they were treating her both the brother. After healing Gaara, Naruto went towards Temari. He puts his hand over her shoulder. So missed me, Temari, Naruto asked. What are you talking, my brothers are in danger and you are talking about this, Temari said. Who told you they are in danger? Both of them fine. Kankuro's chakra already started getting stable now, Naruto said to Temari. Because Naruto was standing beside Temari placing his hand on her shoulder in front of everyone, she was blushing even after her brother was getting healed. After few minutes Kushina healed Kankuro and told them that he will be able to move by the evening, and then he looked towards Naruto who was standing there beside Temari placing his hand on her shoulder. He wrapped his hand around. What the hell do you think you are doing, you brat? Kushina said to Naruto and then twisted his ear. Mom, it is hurting, Naruto said. Serves him right, Shisui said and was smiling. By seeing their innocent and naive faces nobody can tell that they are one of the strongest shinobis of the hidden leaf. What are you smiling at? Kushina said to Shisui and twisted his ear too. Oh, it is hurting, lady, Kushina, Shisui said. As his elder brother you are the one teaching him this, Kushina said to Shisui. I am not like this, you know that he doesn't listen, even you, and you are blaming me for this, Shisui said, and now Naruto was laughing. Laughing, huh brat, Kushina said and punched Naruto so hard. Naruto hits the wall behind him and with that hits the wall over there shattered. Naruto stood up again. Ah, that hurt, mom, Naruto said. Kushina noticed that Temari was worried about Naruto. Don't worry kid, he is just getting too much nowadays. That brat thinks he is all grown up, Kushina said to Temari. But he is hurt, lady, Kushina. Don't worry about him, Kushina said to Temari and started taking Temari away from there, but Temari was looking at Naruto. But then she noticed that the next moment Naruto was healed fully. Mom is getting really fierce by the time passing, Shisui said. She is losing her mind because of old age, Naruto said. What did you just say? Kushina said and came towards Naruto. And then Naruto teleported away from there. And then Kushina looked towards Shisui. We'll come back soon, Shisui said and vanished from there so fast. One of the strongest shinobis of the Leaf Village and scared of a lady, that's too good, Lady Chio said to Kushina and laughed. You will have to wait for 2 or 3 more years, he is just 16 now, and after that we can plan a wedding and you can come to live with us, Kushina said to Temari. Don't mind him, he is pretty direct, I think he is spending his time with that brat. Kakashi and pervy Jiraiya sensei, Kushina said to Temari. On the other hand, Shisui got the message from Minato for another mission. Let's go, Naruto, we have a mission, Shisui said to Naruto. In these last 3 years we have already did more than 100s rank missions, dad doesn't even let me rest for a bit. I know what kind of rest you are talking about, you have to wait, you are just 16, Shisui said to Naruto. Your mother is angry, so what should be doing now? She will beat us again. Hey sensei, why don't you go and talk to her? Naruto said. Why me? Shisui asked. After all, you are her good son, just call her mother and she will be happy, Naruto said. Yeah, call her mother once and then whenever you do anything wrong then I will be the one to get beaten. No thanks, Shisui said. Shisui went towards Kushina to talk to her. Kushina saw Shisui was serious. We have AS rank mission, so we will have to go. Will you stay here for a while? Naruto asked. When you two will come back? Kushina asked. We will be back by the dawn, Shisui said. That Minato doesn't even let the kids rest. I will talk to him when I will be home. Till the dawn, Kankuro will be alright, but I will have to be here to keep in check that everything is alright, Kushina said to Shisui. Sure, Shisui said. Take care of yourself and him too, Kushina said to Shisui and rubbed Shisui's hair. What about him? You seem to care for him, Temari asked when Shisui left from there. Yeah, he lost his both the parents in the war period. He is alone since that time. Minato and Fugaku has taken care of him since then, and after he has grown up he has taken care of Naruto just like his little brother. He is just like a son to me, Kushina. Such an innocent kid, Kushina said to Temari. Naruto and Shisui left from there to the mission. They have to handle 2 assassins in another country. They left from there, killed those 2, and then Naruto sent the report to Minato and they both teleported back to the hidden sand to Kushina. So mom, are you ready to go back? Naruto asked Kushina. Yes, let's go, he is alright. Now everything is under control, Kushina said. Kankuro was able to move and even walk now. Gaara too was fine now. They thanked Kushina and Shisui. So Temari, are you coming with us? Naruto teasingly asked. What are you talking about? Temari nervously said. You brat, Kushina said to Naruto and twisted his ear again. You know it, mom, I love you the most, Naruto said. Kushina smiled. You know it, brat, how to smooth talk, Kushina said. Oh my, I was waiting for a hard punch, Shisui said. Kushina laughed at that, and then they teleported back to the Leaf Village. And then they reported the mission to Minato. Kushina left from there. So let's get serious a little bit, Minato said. So Kisame Hoshikage from the Hidden Mist and then leader of the Akatsuki Pain and his partner a Lady Angel or something and one another shinobi. We need to finish these shinobis to finish the Akatsuki, Minato said to Shisui. So what's the plan? Naruto asked. First thing, you will go and will look for the one named Kisame Hoshikage and deal with him. And after that we will go to the Hidden Rain to deal with this leader of the Akatsuki, Minato said to Naruto. But you will have to make sure to keep it safe, Minato said. And then Naruto and Shisui left from there to look for Kisame Hoshikage. And on the other hand, Jiraiya came back to the Hidden Rain village. And then he told Minato that he will be going to the Hidden Rain to look for the information about the leader of the Akatsuki. But Minato refused it. Come on, Minato, before you go the Hidden Rain with your shinobis I will bring information to you and I won't fight them all alone, Jiraiya said. What if they attack on you? Minato asked. In that case I will send a Toad here with the message. The moment Toad come here you will have to teleport there. Keep your team on standby to go there to deal with that leader of the Akatsuki, Jiraiya said to Minato and then left from there. He will not listen to me, Minato said and then called for an Anbu and then gave him a seal and told him the moment he will press some chakra into the seal Minato will get the emergency message and the next instant he will be there to protect them. Jiraiya left from there towards the Hidden Rain village. On the other hand now Shisui and Naruto was looking for Kisame Hoshikage. After 2 days of search, Naruto and Shisui found Kisame Hoshikage and then they headed towards him so fast. On the other hand, Jiraiya reached into the hidden rain village. Pain sensed the chakra of Jiraiya and Konan has seen that Anbu in the bush and she attacked on that Anbu and killed him before he can send the message to Minato. And then Pain and Konan went in front of Jiraiya to confront him. On the other hand, Naruto and Shisui were not in front of Kisame Hoshikage. So we have to kill him right now right here, Shisui said to Naruto. Naruto activated his Manchikyu Sharingan. What he has Manchikyu Sharingan, Kisame was thinking in his mind. Naruto pointed his hand into Kisame's direction and then used his universal pull to pull him towards himself. When Kisame was getting pulled towards Naruto, Shisui came in way because he knew while he was getting pulled he will be looking at Naruto to find a way to protect himself. Shisui casted the genjutsu over Kisame. Before he can realize he was under the genjutsu, he was into Naruto's hand. Naruto hits him on the ground so fast and then Kisame came out of the genjutsu because of Samahada, his sword. So this sword has a conscious on its own. That's interesting, Shisui said. When Kisame was standing up, would release gracious deity gates, Naruto said, and the deity gates fell on Kisame from above. Your chakra is nearly as big as a tailed beast but nothing compares to mine, Naruto said to Kisame, but the point is I have sealed your movement now, Naruto said to Kisame. And then Naruto caught him with his chakra chains. Don't kill him, Naruto, I need to know few more things from him, so I need to read his mind. What, sensei, you can read the mind with the Sharingan, why didn't you teach me, Naruto asked. You cannot do everything with the Sharingan, Shisui said to Naruto, and then Shisui puts Kisame under the genjutsu first and then started looking into his memories. After few minutes Shisui got to know about Pain and his some abilities too, and then he saw the moment when Obito showed his face to Kisame Hoshikage. And then Shisui seen Obito's face too in his memories. Wait, I have seen this face before too, Shisui was now thinking in his mind. That's just like Obito Uchiha, one of your father's subordinate before he became Hokage, Shisui said to Naruto. What are you talking about, sensei, Naruto asked. Kill him, Shisui said to Naruto, and then Naruto killed Kisame. I have seen the face of that masked man, the real leader of the Akatsuki. His face looks like Obito Uchiha, who was your father's subordinate. I have seen him few times before he died. He used to be with Lord Fourth that time when he used to come to meet me, Shisui said to Naruto. I have never expect that he will be Obito Uchiha. Then the attack on the Leaf Village before 16 years he was Obito Uchiha, Shisui said to Naruto. But how did you manage to read his mind, Naruto asked. Since most of the time I have to gather information, so I have sneaked into Yamanaka Library and there I have learned this jutsu, Shisui said to Naruto. Let's go, we need to tell Lord Fourth about it. Before they can go back to the Leaf Village, Minato sent a message to them to go and help Master Jiraiya if they have found Kisame or not. Because Minato was feeling something bad was about to happen, but since he had some work he sent a message to Shisui and Naruto, knowing that with Jiraiya they will be able to handle any problem. On the other hand, Jiraiya didn't even got any time to go into the Sage Jutsu and he fought against all 6 paths of Pain and Konan together. They injured him badly, but still Jiraiya fought for a whole hour against them. He destroyed 4 paths of Pain for 2 times. Since Nagato knew that Jiraiya was strong, he kept his path to revive other Pain on standby. And in the end they stabbed Jiraiya there with the chakra rods, and the next moment Naruto teleported there towards Jiraiya. Naruto was serious and was thinking about Obito when he teleported there, and then he saw Jiraiya in near-death-like situation. Naruto went towards Jiraiya and caught Jiraiya into his arms. In his arms Jiraiya lost his life. Naruto was losing his control now badly, he was so emotional. That caused a trauma, and because of that Naruto awakened the Rinnegan. Shisui was standing there and covering Naruto so that Pain cannot attack on them. You killed my grandpa, I will not leave you alive, Naruto yelled at Nagato so hard. I have never seen Naruto this angry, Shisui was thinking in his mind. Naruto sealed Jiraiya's body into the storage seal and he stood up against the path of Pain. You are Naruto Uchiha, nice to meet you. I was thinking about to go the Leaf Village to capture you, and since you are here then I will not need to go to the Leaf, Pain said to Naruto. And when Naruto stood up in front of Nagato, and then Nagato noticed that Naruto had the Rinnegan in his both the eyes. How is this even possible? How can he have the Rinnegan? Nagato was now thinking in his mind. Shisui too noticed that into Naruto's eyes. Naruto, you have got the Rinnegan, the eyes just like him, but how? Shisui asked. I don't know, I think I have awakened these eyes right now, Naruto sadly said. So the progression of the Sharingan is really Rinnegan, Shisui was thinking in his mind. Sage Art, Shisui said, and entered the Sage mode, and then Naruto too tried to absorb the nature energy, but instead of entering the Sage mode, Naruto entered a blue chakra form. What is that? Kurama from inside Naruto was thinking in his mind. In the realm of souls, Hagoromo was watching that. My both sons' souls together nearly created an Otsutsuki biology, and his awakening of the Rinnegan is connecting him not to the nature energy around him but with the cosmic energy which is flowing into the whole universe, not just there. This is something like the Sage Jutsu but with the cosmic energy, not just the nature energy. This is even stronger than the nature energy. Hagoromo was thinking in his mind and smiling. His kindness and connection to the nature gave him this power. Now rest, we need to see how he uses this power. This power can save the world and even can destroy the world, and now it is up to him what to do or what not to. Hagoromo was thinking in his mind. I hope everything goes okay and he doesn't take the wrong path, Hagoromo was thinking. On the other hand, in the living world, Shisui was able to see the blue energy which was covering Naruto's whole body. This is not the normal chakra and not the Susanoo either. What is that? Shisui was thinking in his mind. Even when he was in the Sage mode, he was feeling pressure and still getting pushed behind because of that energy. Naruto was confused to see that, and then Naruto tried to absorb that energy inside him. His hairs now were blue and the energy was leaking through his hairs. What is this form? Shisui was thinking in his mind. I will handle it, sensei, Naruto said to Shisui. You will not come between, I will kill him, Naruto said to Shisui. You really think that a brat like you can kill me? This is the final warning from me, surrender and I will not give you bad death pains, said to Naruto. And he was still confused and was feeling pressure because of Naruto's aura there. A path of pain attacked on Naruto so fast, but Naruto wasn't even moving from his place. Shisui backed up a little because Naruto was so angry and he wanted to give Naruto a chance and wanted to see what are Naruto's new abilities. They all have the same kind of chakra and this chakra is linked with another chakra. Naruto thought in his and turned towards that side to see that chakra. Naruto moved a little and dodged the attack. What? How did he manage to dodge that attack? Pain and Konan were thinking in there. Naruto pointed his finger towards that direction where the real pain was. I will be coming in a bit, Naruto said. And then from the another direction another clone attacked on Naruto. Naruto hits him before he can even react, even the part of his body destroyed. Ability to see chakra links, Shisui noticed. And then Naruto pointed his hand towards pain and then released the energy from his hand. He was thinking that he will push a good amount of chakra from his palm, and he used to use the pull and push before with his Manchikyu ability. But from his hand a beam released and hits on another path of pain, destroyed every single part of that body. This power is so strong, Naruto was thinking in his mind. A beam of energy, Shisui noticed that too. Naruto rushed towards another path of pain and hits him before even any path of pain can react and destroyed him too. Absurdly powerful burst of speed, Shisui thought. Animal paths summoned. Giant animals there, Naruto noticed that and then pointed his hand towards here and attacked on her with chakra beam and destroyed her body too. With that one attack Naruto destroyed that path of pain too. And now there were only left the Diva path and the Preta path. Naruto noticed Konan was watching all of that happening. Naruto flew towards Diva path so fast and Diva path attacked on Naruto with his almighty push. Naruto got pushed a little bit and then he came on the ground on his feet and then he rushed towards him again. And when Naruto was about to hit Diva path's Preta path came between, and with Naruto's one punch Naruto destroyed him too. And now only Konan and Diva path were left there. He has become so strong, Shisui was thinking in his mind. Diva path again attacked on Naruto with his almighty push, but this time Naruto didn't even move a bit because he created a barrier of chakra, another ability of the Rinnegan. And then Naruto rushed towards Diva path so fast. He already figured out there was a time gap between two attacks of his jutsu, so Naruto hits him in that window and destroyed the Diva path too. Konan already left from towards Nagato so that they can leave from there. She was scared and went towards Nagato so fast to take him away from there. Naruto locked up on her chakra and then teleported there in front of Nagato where she was talking to Nagato. And then Shisui too appeared there because Naruto teleported him using the flying Rijin. Naruto was going to kill Nagato there. Naruto, you cannot kill him right now. I cannot wait to destroy him, sensei, my blood is boiling just by seeing him, Naruto said to Shisui. We have another target, so before we can kill him we need all the information about that masked man, Shisui said to Naruto. Wood-style wood binding, Naruto said, and binds Nagato with his wood release. Nagato still attacked on Naruto with the chakra rods. Naruto dodged those rods easily, and then Naruto suppressed his chakra with the help of his chakra chains. Konan attacked on Naruto, but Naruto dropped the deity gates over her and suppressed her chakra. Even the tailed beasts cannot escape this ceiling, Naruto said to Konan. On the other hand, Shisui put Nagato under the genjutsu and stopped the resistance of Nagato, and he will not be break out of genjutsu because Naruto had already suppressed his chakra. And then Shisui puts his hand on Nagato's head and then started looking for the memories about the masked man. And in that time Shisui saw all the abilities of the Rinnegan into Nagato's memories. And then he got to know about the Jutsu Rinne rebirth. Naruto, he is already under the genjutsu, Shisui said to Naruto. I have seen there is a technique with which he can bring dead back to life, Shisui said to Naruto. So what are you thinking, sensei? Naruto asked. We need to make him use that jutsu to revive Master Jiraiya, Shisui said. You are right, Naruto said. But how will you make him do it? Naruto asked. I will use my genjutsu over him, Shisui said to Naruto. You are talking about Kotoamatsukami? Naruto asked. Yes, I am talking about that genjutsu, Shisui said to Naruto. Naruto released Nagato from the chakra chains and Shisui attacked on Nagato with his Kotoamatsukami. Naruto unsealed Jiraiya's body and then removed all the chakra rods from his body. And then Nagato used the art of Rinne rebirth and Jiraiya came back to life. You were right to say that, sensei, Naruto said to Shisui. Let's go back to the leaf to heal him, Shisui said to Naruto. Nagato lost his life because of reviving Nagato. Naruto started healing Gaara, and in just 1 minute Naruto healed Jiraiya fully. Jiraiya stood up and saw that Nagato was already dead. What about her now? Shisui asked. We are to kill her too, Naruto said. No, she has no reason to be in the Akatsuki anymore, and beside the whole village needs her too, Jiraiya said. Yes, I can sense her chakra. Is not that evil? Naruto said. Sorry about what happened with you, but right now we will leave you alive so that you can do what Nagato and Yahiko wanted to do. To bring the peace to the whole world. Right now just focus on the hidden rain, rest we shall handle, Jiraiya said to Konan, and then Naruto teleported back to the hidden leaf from there. In the Leaf Village's Hokage office, Naruto and Shisui reported the mission and Minato got to know about Naruto's Rinnegan. So the legend was right. That Senju and Uchiha clans are descendant of the Sage of Six Paths. Uchiha's got the Sharingan from the Sage of Six Paths and Senju's got the vast amount of chakra. Senju and Uzumakis are basically the descendant of the same shinobi, so there are causing means Uchihas are as much relatives with Uzumakis as much they are with Senjus. So the truth is that Uzumakis are as strong as Senjus too, Minato said. What does it has to do with this? Shisui asked. If you will merge both the powers together, the Uchiha and Senju, what will you get? Minato asked. A power similar to Sage of Six Paths. And since this is a dangerous process to merge both the powers together, Minato said. But in case of Naruto, he is the son of a pure Uchiha and a pure Uzumaki. Means both the powers were merging together since he was a kid. This is the reason behind Naruto having a vast amount of chakra, and just because of this Naruto never bleed before even getting the eternal Manchikyu Sharingan. That strong life force or the yang energy was balancing out the yin energy, and that was the reason he never bleed because of using Manchikyu, and neither he lost his sight because of that, Minato said. Right now Naruto has got the similar power as Sage of Six Paths had, Minato said. So it is safe to say that Naruto right now is the strongest shinobi of the world, even stronger than of those legends Madara Uchiha and Hashirama Senju. If not stronger than them because of age, but he should as strong as them, Minato said. Believe me, I have never seen someone that strong in my whole life. I can say that there is not going to be someone who is as strong as him, Shisui said to Minato. He is not even in his prime yet, Jiraiya said. Yes, that's the problem, the great powers sometimes comes with proud, and the second thing, the responsibilities, Minato said. Don't worry, we all will share some responsibilities from him, Jiraiya said to Minato. It's my fault, I wanted him to become strong but not this much that anybody else's power start to seem like nothing in front of him. Minato was seriously thinking about it. The good thing is he has trained with you, Shisui, one of the kindest soul of the Uchiha clan, or else we can't even imagine how proud can an Uchiha be with much po, Minato said. They were talking about Naruto in the Leaf Village. On the other hand, Naruto, who was sitting in the training ground. So why did you left that girl alive? Kurama asked Naruto from inside. What do you mean by that? Naruto asked. You should have killed her, she was your enemy. Kurama said. Yes, she was from other side, but her chakra was not evil, and I noticed that those villagers needed some help. They were living their life good with Nagato and Konan's help, and since Nagato is not there, then they will need someone to rely on, Naruto said. Then why didn't you think about this before killing other shinobis? There is a difference. In some cases there are some hope that they can do good, and in some cases we know that they will do only bad things. Even if we don't know that they can change or not, only God knows, but still we have to deal with them to protect what we can, Naruto said. I can see that you are getting soft by the time passing, Kurama said to Naruto. Even you are going soft right now. You are talking to me. At first you were thinking about to take control over my body, and now we are talking here to each other. We both are monsters, but of different kind, Kurama said to Naruto. Yes, I guess you are right. I don't know if I am a monster, but I know only a thing, that I want to protect those who are good people and those who are innocent, those who cannot protect themselves, Naruto said. How do you really think that you can take all the hatred on yourself? Can you really bear it to protect those innocents? Kurama asked. Right now you are the one bearing all the hatred, but still you are talking to me peacefully. It is not about bearing all the hatred from others. It is not what others think about you. It is about what you think of yourself. Only you know how good or how bad you are, and I know I am bad, but not that much that even God will hate me. The day I will start to realize that I am a bad enough to be hated even by the good, that day I will say that I am a monster, Naruto said. You really have grown up, you brat, Kurama said to Naruto. What about you? Why are you so calm today? Naruto asked Kurama. You remind me of someone who created me, Kurama said to Naruto. You are talking about Sage of Six Paths? Naruto asked. Yes, you are right, you have got his powers now. Your chakra matches exactly with his chakra, Kurama said to Naruto. You even got the mark on your forehead just like the Sage of Six Paths. Your powers are too terrifying. You can even destroy the whole world, but we need to see how good you are. The second Sage of Six Paths, Kurama said to Naruto. What's your name? Naruto asked. My name is Kurama Nine Tails said to Naruto. Why don't we do a thing, Kurama? Naruto said. What do you want? I was thinking about the same thing. What if I lose my control? What we will do in that case? Naruto said. What then? I will oppose with all my might. Even I hate the humans more than anyone in this world, but I made a promise to the Sage of Six Paths that I will be keeping this world safe, Kurama said. Was he the only person who you loved? Naruto asked. It has nothing to do with you, Kurama said to Naruto. What about a spar? Naruto asked Kurama. What, you want to fight me? Kurama asked Naruto. Yes, because it's been a long time since you haven't fight. Maybe you forget about your abilities, Naruto said to Kurama. Don't do it, brat, you will lose against me, Kurama said to Naruto. Naruto went in front of the seal in his mental plane and then opened the seal. What are you even thinking, you brat? Kurama asked. Just come at me with your full power, Naruto said to Kurama. Naruto was in his base form. Fight between Kurama and Naruto started. I will not use any ability of mine to take control over you, Naruto said to Nine Tails. Then you will lose badly, Kurama said to Naruto. Naruto fought against Kurama with his bare hands, and in the end both Naruto and Kurama were standing and breathing heavily after hours of fighting. So what do you think? Am I really nothing without my abilities? Naruto asked. It's not about strength, it is about the action which you take. Because of that strength you will never reach the level of Sage of Six Paths. He wandered in the whole world all alone, and he helped so many people. The kind heart just like him you will never have. You can only have the power like him. Even in power you are nothing compared to him, Kurama said to Naruto. Naruto started to think he was not worthy of the power he had. I should start helping others, Naruto thought in his mind. Naruto teleported away from the Leaf Village directly to the Hidden Rain Village, and there he saw that some people didn't even have the house to live. This is what people are going through, Naruto thought in his mind. He went towards Konan. So how is everything going? Naruto asked Konan. Ever since I lost Nagato I have buried myself in work, and I got to know that there are hundreds of people who has no place to stay. Nagato was always good to them, he always tried to give them a good life, Konan said to Naruto. And then with Konan Naruto went to see the place where those homeless people used to live because of fight and destruction in the war period. Naruto looked at the clear place to live in the place and then joined his hands together and said, Wood style 4-pillar houses, Naruto said, and created tens of houses there. Why are you helping us? Konan asked Naruto. One of my friend thinks that I am turning into a monster with so much power, Naruto said. Even you are so strong, I am not scared of you, I don't feel any danger from you. You have a good heart Naruto, so did Nagato, but the problem was you both were in front of each other. I guess I will take his responsibility of bringing the peace to the shinobi world, but with not the same way he wanted. Only the power of love can bring the real peace into the world, Naruto said to Konan. Naruto stayed into the hidden rain with those people for few days. Minato asked Naruto where he was. He replied to Minato that he will come back in few days. And then Naruto helped Konan for few days, and then Naruto went in another villages to help others too to solve their problems. Sometimes Naruto used to use his power to solve the problem, just like in creating bridges, houses and many more things, and sometimes he doesn't use to use his powers to help them, he used to help them himself. In middle of that, Naruto used to go on missions too. After 6 months Naruto returned back to the Leaf Village and Minato saw that he was very calm now. So how was your trip, Naruto? Shisui asked. I missed you on that trip, except that everything was good, Naruto said to Shisui. Few villages wrote a thank later to Hokage in the Leaf Village for the help. They were grateful for what Naruto did for them. So sensei got any information about Obito? Naruto asked. Yeah, it is time to get serious. Kabuto, student of Orochimaru, has joined forces with Obito Uchiha, and they have revived Madara Uchiha with Nagato's Rinnegan. Yeah, he nearly killed Konan. She is in coma right now. Master Jiraiya went there to help her, Shisui said. Why didn't you tell me so sooner? Naruto asked. He is preparing for the war. We wanted you to feel fresh before going to war, and now I can see that you are calm enough with no anger. Now you are ready to go to the war, Minato said to Naruto. We have got a message from the wreckage that before 3 days Masked Man captured the 8 tails and Madara Uchiha was with him, and all the tailed beasts has been captured. Only Gaara, who has just a chunk of 1 tail's power, and you with the full 9 tails are left, so their next target will be the Leaf Village. According to spies, there are nearly 100,000 white beings in his possession which will be fighting against us, Minato said to Naruto. So how is the preparation? Naruto asked. We will go to the 5-Cage Summit a day after tomorrow. And I was thinking about to go with you on another trip after the war. It has been a long time since I have spent time with you, Minato said. Really, Dad? Naruto asked. Out of Shisui and Itachi. Itachi agreed to take the seat of Hokage. Shisui said that he wanted to be your team member instead of being a Hokage, Minato said. Itachi is a good choice for Hokage seat, Shisui said. Yes, you right, Naruto said. After 2 days Naruto with Minato went to the 5-Cage Summit. Their Raikage told Minato that they are thinking about to make a allied shinobi force to destroy the Akatsuki. They all were ready to forget everything because the Akatsuki had Madara, who wanted to take control over the whole world. And they already knew about the infinite Tsukuyomi till then because Madara told them. When they were talking to each other there, Madara came there with Obito. Obito, who had both the Kamui, now he collected his another Sharingan from Kakashi. Madara threatened Minato to hand over the 9 tails or else to get ready for the war. What about right now? Naruto said to Madara Uchiha. Who the hell are you? Madara asked. I am the Jinchuriki of the 9 tails, and since you need the 9 tails, then I guess we should settle the score right now, Naruto said to Madara. You got the Rinnegan and I can sense your chakra as big as Hashirama Senju, but he was in a class of himself, so I don't think that you will be anything compared to him, Madara said to Naruto. Let's go settle the score outside, Naruto said and left from there. Stop it, Naruto, Minato said to Naruto. This is going to be the last fight, Dad, then we will go back to Leaf. There is no need to sacrifice any of our shinobis. What that brat thinks can do in front of a powerful shinobi like you, Raikage said. Be careful with your words, Raikage. I have heard that this shinobi's hasn't even taken few minutes to kill Pain of the Akatsuki, in front of whom even the legendary Sannin Jiraiya struggled and even lost his life, but somehow he came back to life, Tsuchikage said. And now Madara and Naruto were in front of each. What now, Lord Fourth? Shisui asked. This is the deciding moment. Who is the stronger one between them? Minato said to Shisui. Naruto noticed that Madara was already into the sage mode. What's with that look in his eyes? Madara was thinking in his mind, and then Madara attacked on Naruto with a hard punch, but Naruto dodged that attack easily, and then the taijutsu match between both of them started. Both of them had the Rinnegan. Naruto pushed Madara back. I have the sage power just like Hashirama Senju, which you don't have, so I have an advantage, Madara said to Naruto. Naruto started absorbing the nature energy, and then Naruto's hairs turned blue and he had blue marking around his eyes and a straight line down his cheeks. So he too has the sage power, but what kind of sage power he has? Madara was thinking in his mind. Madara attacked on Naruto with his 4 limbos. Naruto attacked on them. I don't get it, why is he attacking in the air? Gaara asked. I can sense some disturbance in the air but still I cannot sense what's that thing, Minato said. Naruto pointed his hand towards Madara Uchiha and then attacked on Madara with an energy beam. Madara had to use the Susanoo to protect himself. But even in the Susanoo form Naruto cracked that Susanoo easily and Madara flew back from there. And then Madara manifested the perfect Susanoo. Only Susanoo is not going to be enough to destroy this perfect Susanoo. I will need something which is at least 3 to 4 times bigger than this, Naruto said and smiled. Naruto is still smiling. Why, Shisui? Minato asked. You know it, he too has the perfect Susanoo, Shisui said. And then Naruto joined his hands together and then said Sage Art Wood Style 1000 Arms Cannon, Naruto said, and created a wood structure around 3 times bigger than Madara's perfect Susanoo. Shinobis were shocked to see that wooden structure. What in the world is that? Things now shinobis were thinking in their minds. So this is the potential Naruto was hiding from all of. As Shisui was thinking in his mind. Here I come, Madara. Naruto yelled and attacked on Madara's perfect Susanoo, destroyed that perfect Susanoo in one go. Madara regenerated himself under just a minute and Naruto was still on top of that wood structure. This is so similar to the scene where he wrapped the perfect Susanoo over me and Hashirama attacked on him with the same jutsu, Kurama mentally said to Naruto. I have heard that you have wrapped the perfect Susanoo over the 9 tails in front of Hashirama Senju. Now let me show you the real Uchiha power, Naruto said to Madara. Sage Art Susanoo, Naruto said, and then wrapped up the whole structure with the perfect Susanoo, and now in Buddha's hand there was a sword with which he attacked on Madara's perfect Susanoo, which he manifested few seconds ago. And now Madara was just watching Naruto, who just covered up the whole structure with the perfect Susanoo. He is not just Hashirama level, he is something else now, Madara was thinking in his mind. How did he manage to do it? Madara was now thinking in his mind. Even Minato and Shisui were shocked to see that. That perfect Susanoo is looking like a kid in front of him, Shisui was thinking in his mind. And then Madara dropped the meteor over that structure, but Naruto destroyed that meteor with the sword in his Buddha's Susanoo's hand before it can even touch the ground. And then Madara dropped another meteor too, which Naruto destroyed too. We cannot win against him, we will need more power. Madara was now thinking in his mind. And then Naruto again attacked onto the perfect Susanoo and again destroyed the perfect Susanoo form, and this time Naruto injured him badly. And then Naruto came back to the ground, but before Naruto can attack on Madara again, Obito appeared there and then teleported away with Madara from there. I have never heard that Madara ran away even from Lord First. The thing Naruto has just performed is unimaginable, it is once in a whole lifetime thing. It's just like a dream thing, Shisui was thinking in his mind. In front of our Susanoo's his jutsu is more than even 3 times. He destroyed the perfect Susanoo just like nothing. Even Madara with both the Rinnegan had no chance against him. Then how can someone can even come in front of him? Shisui was thinking in his mind. You made your name, kid, now you are the strongest shinobi of the history, Kurama said to Naruto. Even Madara ran away from you, Kurama said to Naruto. Naruto was looking a bit tired and in just few seconds he was normal. It has no effect on his body. What kind of monster he really is, shinobis were thinking in their minds. Their eyes were widened and jaw dropped. Minato noticed all that. Sorry dad, he just ran away, but the next time he will not be able to, Naruto said to Minato. It is alright Naruto, we will get another chance too, and then next time we will not leave him like this, Minato said to Naruto. Okay dad, Naruto said to Minato and smiled towards him. So fellow Kage went to attack on the Akatsuki base, Minato asked. I think we should attack on them right now before they can even think of a way to get out of the situation, Shisui said. No, they have an army of 100,000 white Zetsus, and with them they had those reanimated shinobis, and that Madara the next time he will come back even stronger with preparation, Naruto said to them. Yes, we know that he will come back prepared, so we will attack on them before he can even prepare, Minato said to Naruto. So fellow Kages, send a message to the armies and bring as much as you can, we cannot give them a chance to prepare, Minato said to them. Sure, they said, and then all of them left from there to their villages to gather their armies. On the other hand, Madara was looking for 9 Tails chakra. He was looking for the DNA of Gold and Silver brothers from the hidden cloud village so that he can revive the 10 Tails and then can fight against Naruto. The next time he will come. Prepared, are you ready for the next round? There will be so many reanimated shinobis and those 100,000 white Zetsus too. On the other hand, Kabuto unsealed Orochimaru from Anko and then he too started helping Madara. Madara seen the white Zetsus named Guru the strongest white Zetsu, which gives a massive amount of chakra to the user. So first Orochimaru unsealed the Reaper Death Seal and now he will be able to reanimate Senju brothers. And after 3 days are searching, Madara got the DNA of Gold and Silver brother for the 9 Tails chakra, and now he will be able to revive the 10 Tails and will be able to become the Jinchuriki of the 10 Tails. But Madara wanted to fight against Naruto Uchiha after becoming the Jinchuriki of the 10 Tails to prove that he was the strongest Uchiha till the date. And on the other hand, all the armies were ready to fight alongside each other to protect the world. All 5 Kages were there taking the lead of the battle. Kages asked Minato for the decision making, but Minato was one of the strongest shinobis of his era, so Minato gave that decision-making authority to his friend Shukaku Nara. Minato knew that Shukaku can handle it on his own. And Minato was on the battlefield too. And then all of a sudden Naruto appeared there in front of that army. "Open the seal, Naruto, I will help you this time," Kurama said to Naruto. "Are you sure about that?" Naruto asked Kurama. "Yes, I am damn sure about it, I just want to kill that bastard Madara," Kurama said to Naruto. "Very well, then let's do it together," Naruto said to Kurama. And then Naruto opened the seal and with 6 paths power Naruto merged his own and Kurama's chakra with each other. And then Naruto entered the 9 Tails chakra mode, and then Naruto activated his Rinnegan and then entered his cosmic energy form. And now Naruto's aura was even terrifying than before. Now Naruto had an aura blue and yellow, even in controlled form the ground cracked down Naruto because of that power. In front of them now there was an army of 100,000 white Zetsus and then reanimated shinobis. And on the other hand, Madara was standing there on 10 Tails connected with that, ready to fight against Naruto and other shinobis. "This is the form I always wanted for myself. How did this brat manage to get all this power? He has got both the power 6 paths Sage power and the Rinnegan too. I too have the Rinnegan and Sage power too, but why do I seem weak in front of him?" Madara was now thinking in his mind. On the other hand, in the soul world, Hagoromo was watching all of this. "So he has awakened all of my power. Since Kurama is with him, he will get some help with him too. I wish he win this war," Hagoromo was thinking in his mind. On the other hand, in the living world now, Minato was ready to attack on Naruto. Madara started creating the tailed beast's bomb from Naruto. "Let me teleport the tailed beast bomb, Naruto," Minato said to Naruto. "It is alright, Dad, I will send that jutsu away, you just get ready, seal those reanimated shinobis," Naruto said to Minato. "Alright then," Minato said to Naruto. Madara attacked on Naruto and Naruto teleported with that tailed beast bomb beside Madara. What the hell is that? He teleported the tailed beast bomb here, Madara was now thinking in his mind. Naruto teleported back there. Madara covered himself with his Susanoo. With that tailed beast's bomb, Madara got injured a little bit and 10 Tails too got injured. He is different, I will have to so alert in front of him, Madara was thinking. I will need to make my Susanoo strong, Naruto thought. Sage art wood style wood Susanoo, Naruto said, and created the wooden Susanoo twice as big as the perfect Susanoo. What, he is going all out since the very beginning? That's bad, Minato was thinking. Sage art Susanoo, Naruto said, and then covered the wooden Susanoo with his perfect Susanoo. You have given that wood construct the perfect Susanoo, then let me do it too, Madara said to Naruto, and then Madara too gave the 10 Tail the perfect Susanoo. He was taking chakra from the 10 Tails to manage that. Sage art firestyle majestic destroyer flame, Madara said, and attacked on Madara. Sage art deep forest emergence, Naruto said, and attacked on Madara, countered the massive fire flames. Retreat all of you, Naruto said to them. And then Naruto created a sword in his Susanoo's hand, and then Madara did the same. And the fight against them started, and Naruto created a clone in his perfect Susanoo from. First things first, I need to cut down the connection between the 10 Tails and Madara, Naruto was thinking in his mind. Master Inoichi, tell all of them to leave from here as far as possible, Naruto said to Inoichi. And Inoichi laid that information with all the shinobis on the battlefield. Naruto's clone teleported behind Madara. Madara sensed Naruto from behind, so he dodged that attack, but Naruto's plan never was to hit Madara. His plan was to cut down the connection with Madara and then 10 Tails. Connection between Madara and 10 Tails cut down, and then 10 Tails started screaming, and then it attacked on Naruto so fast. And from the another end, Naruto too attacked on the 10 Tails. Ten Tails attacked on Naruto with it is cataclysm in which he obliterated the whole ground there flood thunders tornadoes and the earthquakes too. So this is the full power of the Ten Tails. How Sage of Six Paths fought against him Naruto was thinking in his mind. This is cataclysm from the Ten Tails Naruto protect yourself with that Kurama. Said to Naruto. Naruto puts his 2 fingers on his forehead and teleported behind the Ten Tails. Where did he go Madara was thinking. He manifested the Susanoo to protect himself. And Naruto on the other hand was standing behind then Ten Tails. He joined his both the hands. Sage Ardwood style gracious deity gates Naruto said and dropped the deity gates over the Ten Tails now. And then Naruto suppressed the Ten Tails using his chakra chain started absorbing chakra from the Ten Tails. He absorbed a good amount of chakra from the Ten Tails and with his wood style and the chakra chains Naruto already suppressed the Ten Tails there. And then Madara came there in front of Naruto and attacked on Naruto. So Naruto had to fight against Madara too and Madara connected himself with the Ten Tails. This is bed he connected himself with the Ten Tails again. Before handling the Ten Tails I will have to seal him Naruto thought. Naruto attacked on Madara with his sealing chains but Madara dodged that attack easily. And then he made a hand sign with which he absorbed the whole Ten Tails inside himself and then he attacked on Madara Uchiha. And now Madara was stronger than before and he attacked on Naruto again. But Naruto stopped holding back against Madara Uchiha. When Naruto landed a clear punch over Madara. So Madara before even trying to heal himself pulled out the Ten Tails so that he can cast the infinite Tsukuyomi. Ten Tails started connecting to the earth's chakra in its divine tree form. And now Madara and Naruto was fighting so hard with each but even with the Ten Tails Madara was not able to suppress Naruto Uchiha. On the other hand when shinobis noticed that Ten Tails vanished from there so they came back to the ground there. And after 5 more minutes when Madara was not able to kill Naruto Uchiha so he started thinking about to cast the infinite Tsukuyomi first. He was heading towards the divine tree. That divine tree has so much chakra into that Naruto was thinking. If he gets the hand on it then he even can win against me Naruto was thinking. Madara was heading towards that divine tree. Sage Art Massive Rasenshuriken Naruto said and attacked on Madara Uchiha. Madara saw that Rasenshuriken coming towards him so he tried to dodge that attack but before that Madara been cut into half and Naruto cut down that divine tree too. Now is my chance to take control over that giant tree. Naruto thought. Since it is not connected to the earth now I can absorb the chakra from it Naruto though. Sage Art Wood Dragons Naruto said and created 4 to 5 wood dragons with the help of his clones and himself wrapped that divine tree with his chakra chains and started absorbing chakra from the Ten Tails. Madara was still healing because Naruto cut him down into half. Madara before even healing himself started absorbing the divine tree into himself. Naruto absorbed even more than half of that chakra but Madara still got the chakra fruit from that divine tree and then he awakened the Rinne Sharingan on his forehead. Naruto was now going to attack on Madara but Madara attacked on the shinobi's forces with his meteors. He dropped so many meteors there. Naruto went down those meteors and then started controlling them with his gravity manipulation ability. And with those meteors Naruto attacked on Madara. And Madara attacked on Naruto with his limbo clones. And he himself went in front of the moon and casted the infinite Tsukuyomi. That's bad Naruto thought in his hand and he threw all of those meteors towards Madara and went back to the ground. It will not be good if I will try to stop them from getting trapped into the genjutsu. I need to protect myself first and then handle Madara and only then I will be able to release the genjutsu somehow Naruto thought. Naruto went onto the ground and then covered himself with the Susanoo wings fully. And then a light emerged. Therein all of them got trapped into the infinite Tsukuyomi. Naruto was now covered into the Susanoo wings and then that light stopped and the infinite Tsukuyomi has been casted successfully. Madara came back to the ground. Tobirama and Hashirama came towards Naruto. What the hell is going on kid Hashirama asked Naruto. And then Nagato too came there. He has casted the infinite Tsukuyomi so the first thing I need to seal Madara and then we can find a way to release this jutsu Naruto said. To them. Since Orochimaru has been trapped into the genjutsu you all are out of control of him Naruto said to them. Nagato attacked on Naruto using his planetary devastation. What the hell do you think you are doing Hashirama said to Nagato. Naruto looked at the orb and then pointed his hand towards that orb, and then with a cosmic energy beam Naruto destroyed that orb and that jutsu stopped. I will handle him, go deal with Madara first, Hashirama said to Naruto. On the other hand, Madara was now absorbing chakra from the ground. Naruto attacked on Madara with the gracious deity gates, and then attacked on him with his chakra chains and started trying to suppress him. Naruto casted the wood dragon started absorbing chakra from him, and Naruto was trying to suppress the chakra from behind. Black Zetsu came there, who has controlled a shinobi, stabbed Madara's heart, and then that Madara started transforming into someone else. Naruto was still absorbing the chakra and trying to suppress. The moment Kagaya emerged, she destroyed those deity gates and then pulled Naruto towards herself. He has the 6 paths chakra and a tailed beast inside him. He is Hagoromo, Kagaya thought. No, he is not Hagoromo, he is Indra or Ashura. No, Hagoromo did that. Both Indra and Ashura's soul are inside this boy, means Hagoromo created another himself, Kagaya was thinking. She was holding Naruto with he neck. She was absorbing chakra from Naruto, but Naruto was trying to absorb chakra from her, so her absorption had no effect on Naruto, so she punched Naruto hard. Naruto flew back from there. Sage Art Wood style deep forest emergence, Naruto said, and attacked on Kagaya. But Kagaya changed the dimension fully. What kind of jutsu this is? This is not the genjutsu. She summoned another dimension about us, Naruto was now thinking. She was attacking on Naruto with her chakra punches. Naruto was dodging those attacks by using his teleportation skill. One of those attacks and I will get injured, Naruto was thinking in his mind. Naruto attacked on Kagaya with his cosmic energy beam. Before it can hit her, she changed the dimension again, and now Naruto was frozen into the ice, and now Kagaya was about to attack on Naruto. One of Naruto's hand was towards the ground in the ice. And then with that hand Naruto used that cosmic beam and then flew into the sky by breaking the ice there. And then Kagaya merged with nature and started attacking on Naruto so fast from every side. Kagaya's chakra was too big that she wasn't losing her chakra so much. On the other hand, inside Naruto, Kurama was infusing more and more chakra and passing that to Naruto. She even caught Naruto once, but Naruto teleported away from her hand. He is so annoying, he is not letting me the chakra which is inside him, Kagaya was thinking. Mother, he is strong, why don't you kill him instead of going to catch him? Black Zetsu said to Kagaya. Then what about that chakra? Kagaya said. If he accidentally touches you even once, then he can seal you, can't you see the seals on his hands, Mother? Black Zetsu said to Naruto. And now Kagaya was attacking on Naruto to kill him, and Naruto was trying to protect himself and was trying to get a mark on her and a chance to kill her. After a whole day of fight, when Kagaya caught Naruto with his neck, Naruto caught her hand this time instead of teleporting from there, and then Naruto marked her hand and then teleported away from there. On the other hand, in the real world, Hashirama Senju and Tobirama Senju stopped other evil reanimated shinobis too, and now there were only those reanimated shinobis who were on their side instead of being on Madara's side. And only the White Zetsu's army were there. Half of those White Zetsus were already got killed. On the other hand, in another dimension, because of the hard work of the whole day, Naruto got the mark on her body. And then he teleported behind from there, and now he was standing in front of her. And then Naruto charged a shadow-style Rasengan, and then Naruto teleported onto Kagaya's hand and destroyed that hand, and since Black Zetsu was on that same arm, Naruto separated Black Zetsu from Kagaya, and then Naruto attacked on that Black Zetsu with his chakra rods to seal him. And the tailed beast started coming out of her body because of the fight was going on for the whole day there, and she was attacking on Naruto with so many higher chakra jutsus. Naruto's too was losing chakra so much, but since he was just trying to dodge the attacks more, he was able to save his chakra for the last time. After getting the mark, Naruto created hundreds of clones and started teleporting all of them with high-level jutsu, and when she was healing herself, Naruto attacked on her with the gracious deity gates, and before she can destroy those gates, his clones attacked on her with the chakra chains and they started draining her. Naruto created few wood dragons too so that she cannot leave from there. Clones, and Naruto drained her half of the chakra she had, and then she destroyed those wood dragon and teleported away from there. Naruto was now alert, he dispelled all the clones. Naruto attacked on her again, faster this time on that mark, and she was unable to get rid of that mark. This is bad, she was thinking in her mind. In that fight Naruto marked her another hand too, and then Naruto created a clone. And then both of them, Naruto and his clone, attacked on Kagaya with that sealing formula, that hand on their palms. Naruto with Sun Seal and his clone with Moon Seal. Because of that continuous attack, tailed beasts started coming out, and Naruto with his clones casted the Six Paths Planetary Devastation and Seal Gedo statue with her. And now Naruto was in front of those 9-tailed beasts. Switch with me, Naruto. Kurama said to Naruto. Kurama said to Naruto, and then Naruto switched with Kurama, and then Kurama touched the 9 tails there and then absorbed the 9 tails inside him, because 9 tails was the one going to cause trouble the most for Naruto. And now there were 8-tailed beasts left. From Kagaya, Madara's body fell on the ground. Those tailed beasts attacked on Naruto. Naruto was now fighting against those 8-tailed beasts when Madara's body fell down on the ground, and from that Sage of Six Paths appeared there and explained everything to them. Naruto was already exhausted and a bit injured too, and Kurama's chakra was already exhausted too, because Kurama was supplying chakra to Kagaya since a long time, and Naruto was able to seal Kagaya when he was on the brink of getting down, and the chakra he drained from Kagaya used all of that in sealing her and creating the seal to seal Kagaya. And for 2 minutes Naruto fought against those 8-tailed beasts. And then Naruto saw Madara and then stabbed his heart too with his chakra chains so that he cannot fight again. When Madara died, Sage of Six Paths appeared there and all the tailed beasts stopped right there. In the mental plane, Kurama yelled on those tailed beasts that he already told them that Naruto saved them, but they don't believe because Naruto was an Uchiha and they were thinking that Kurama was under Naruto's control. After that, Sage of Six Paths explained everything to all of them and told them that in the real world the last reincarnation of Ashura is STLL, fighting against those white Zetsus which his mother created before. He saw that Naruto was already exhausted. A bit more, my dear son, then it will be done, Hagoromo said to Naruto. Alright, Naruto said to Hagoromo and stood up again. I need to use their chakra for now, thanks for buying me some time. I cannot talk to them right now because I need chakra and I need to stop those white Zetsus before they hurt any of the person I love, Naruto said. Sorry about that, Naruto said to those tailed beasts, and then puts them under the genjutsu, all of them in just one go. And then created the chakra chains and then absorbed the chakra, most of the chakra from all the tailed beasts, and then broke the genjutsu. This should be enough, right, Kurama? Naruto asked. Yes, that will be, Kurama said to Naruto, and then Naruto teleported to the real world from there. Even being so kind, he still has a side of Indra into him. Sorry about that, kids, Hagoromo said to those tailed beasts, and then teleported all of them to the real world with Madara too. And now Naruto was in front of that white Zetsu army. How many of them are left? Naruto asked. Nearly half of them, Hashirama said. What about the other reanimated shinobis? Those who were on other side has been sealed, only we are left, Tobirama said. Then what about another round, and this time finish them as soon as possible, Naruto said. I can sense all of their chakra, thank goodness everyone is safe even inside there, Naruto said. That's good then, Hashirama said. Those reanimated shinobis were in middle of those white Zetsu's army. And then all the tailed beasts with Sage of Six Paths appeared there. Let us help you, Naruto, those tailed beasts said to Naruto. Naruto again entered the sage mode and then pointed his both the hands towards the white Zetsu army and then attacked on them with his cosmic energy beam. That beam covered 1 kilometer range, and then Naruto turned from one side to another, killing more than 5,000 white Zetsus. And then Naruto flew away from there and then stopped in front of the army. With another of that attack, Naruto destroyed another 5,000 white Zetsus. And from another side, Hashirama too did the same thing, and they together destroyed the whole white Zetsu's army in just few minutes, because the tailed beasts too were on their side. And then after the war, Hagoromo released the reanimation jutsu and all the reanimated shinobis left from there. What will you do now? Naruto, Sage of Six Paths asked. Find a way to release the genjutsu, Naruto said. After that, not releasing the jutsu, Hagoromo asked. I will try to help others, and Kurama told me that you were kind and I was even trying to be like you, Naruto said to Hagoromo. Then show what did you mean by that, Hagoromo said to Naruto, and his chakra started fading. You will need all the tailed beast's chakra and then Rinnegan together and just made this hand sign and you can release the jutsu. You will get the chakra from all the tailed beasts, they will help you and you can release the genjutsu. Are you sure about that, sir? Naruto asked. Yes, it will work, Hagoromo said to Naruto, and then all the 8-tailed beasts willingly gave their chakra to Naruto. Naruto made the hand sign as Sage of Six Paths told him to and then released the infinite Tsukuyomi, all the Shinobis came back to life, and after releasing that jutsu, Naruto lied down on the ground and slept there before anyone can come to Naruto. After getting released, Minato teleported directly to Naruto when he sensed there was no enemy, not anymore. And then he saw that Naruto was sleeping there. "Don't worry about him, he is just sleeping," Four Tails said to Minato. And then other cages too came there. "Well, what about these tailed beasts?" Raikage asked. "Well, we have depended on them for so long, and our kids has suffered a lot because of being the Jinchuriki, and those tailed beasts has suffered with the same things, so I think let them decide what they want to do," Minato said to them. Gaara was standing there. "Don't you even think that you can capture me now?" One Tail said to Gaara. And then he sensed the other part of Shukaku's chakra and the seal was open. "So you befriended the other part of me?" One Tail said to Shukaku. "Well, you can say that you are right," Gaara said, and then One Tails went to Gaara and Eight Tails went to Killer Bee. And rest the tailed beasts left from there. And all of them left from there towards their villages. Kushina came there. "Oh, my poor baby is tired, he slept on the ground." "Minato, take him back to the house," Kushina said to Minato. "It's all right, mother, I will take him back with me," Shisui said to Kushina. "Did you just call me mother, Shisui?" Kushina asked. "Yes, mother," Shisui said. "Today, in front of all the shinobis of the Hidden Leaf, I announce Itachi Uchiha will lead the village as the 5th Hokage of the Leaf Village." Shisui was smiling and was happy with that too. And now Jiraiya had Naruto on his shoulder. "Let's go back to the village, brats," Jiraiya said and smiled. Nobody can match his enthusiasm. "You idiot, don't shake too much, kid is already exhausted and tired, you will wake him up," Tsunade said to Jiraiya and hits him on the head. "Hey Tsunade, when did you come here?" Jiraiya asked. "When I reached here, 10 Tails was already been revived and Madara casted that genjutsu upon my arrival," Tsunade said. "Can you believe that old man acting up like kids is one of the strongest shinobi of the Leaf Village?" Kakashi said and smiled. "Well, Captain, we all know that goodness of him inspired so many people. His goofy attitude was more helpful than intelligence of the geniuses of our villages," Itachi said. "You are right, Itachi, but since you are the 5th Hokage now, you shouldn't be calling me Captain now," Kakashi said. "Hey Itachi, let's go back." Izumi came there and said to Itachi. They all went back to the Leaf Village. After a week, Itachi took over as the 5th Hokage of the Leaf Village. Naruto with Shisui went on a tour of the world, helping people in need and eliminating the threats to the world. They came back to the Leaf Village after a year, after confirming that the peace in the whole world is maintained. And after that, Naruto married to Temari and Sasuke, Itachi married to Izumi, and other shinobis got married too. A change in the decision of Sage of Six Paths lead to different path for Naruto. So that's how his life went on, and Naruto kept protecting the Leaf Village with other strong shinobis. And Minato started training new students to make and then village stronger. So this was for the series. If you like the video, then like the video and comment down your favorite part. For more awesome content, subscribe to the channel.